Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome back to DCTV, where I am your host, Drew Collins, bringing you all sports related news here in the beautiful greater Cincinnati area. If you are new around here, make sure you smash that sub button. We are so close to 2,000 subs. It's insane. Join the DCTV family. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed. And if you want to, you can become a member and support me every month. You can donate and you can follow me on all my socials over here. First, I want to give a shout out to all my members down here who help me out monthly. Just making my dreams come true and keep this channel alive. Shout out to Doggo D-Day for being my most recent subscriber, Jack Baggy being my recent donator, and Tony being my all-time donator. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In today's stream slash video, we are going to be doing a play-by-play live watch party type of thing with the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens in Week 17. The Bengals season is over, but we can do that. We can justify a little bit by knocking the Ravens out with the win today. A win today, and the Ravens will be knocked out of the playoffs. If they win, they're probably going to be able to squeeze right into there and then have to play the Browns or the Steelers or something like that. But yeah, a win today, and we can crush a lot of dreams for Baltimore Ravens fans. I think it's been about 8 something crazy amount of years where the Bengals have lost or have won the last game of the season in the past like 8 seasons. It's some crazy stat. So I guess we'll find out if we can make it happen again today. I'm gonna go ahead and get the scoreboard all fixed up here. We can get the scoreboard already. If you are in here, make sure you get active in the chat. Leave your predictions, your previews for this game, your thoughts, how you think it's going to turn out. Who do you think is going to step up, and what do you think the score is going to be? You can get active with all the other people live in the stream. I'll be going over all my thoughts and everything just in a minute. I'm going to put up the scoreboard real quick. How we doing? How we doing? The scoreboard. All right, scoreboard should be updating. How we doing, everybody in the chat? Let's see who we got in here. LT, AWA, Shaw, Classic Day Ones. We got Don, Trevin, Team Tazi or Tezzy, Endless Contacts, Daniel, Coop, Shaw. Welcome to the stream and welcome back. It's good seeing a lot of you week in and week out, or week in and week out and week in. Come back to the DCTV channel. It's sad. Week 17 straight weeks. First time I've ever done it this year, where I just did live play-by-plays and reactions, and we're so close to 2,000 subs. The goal today is obviously a Bengals win, but second off, we gotta smash that sub button and get to 2,000 subs. Don't forget, when we do hit 2,000 subs, I will be doing a jersey giveaway of your choice. Probably will do like Joe Burrow or something if I do pick. But a jersey giveaway at 2K subs I'll be doing. So yeah, make sure you spam up that Day, spam up the road to 2K, because we are so close, so close. If this hits 2K today, I'm gonna flip. How many yards does Boyd need for 1,000? I think he needs like 150. Can we get a yeah, Boyd needs like 200. I know it's like nothing less than 150, but you got to think he was out the last week or two with the concussion, so he gets that back. He stays healthy that full entire season. He probably hits it. Ooh, another goal is hit 100 followers on Discord. We're at like 91 followers on my Discord. Free group chat where all we do is talk Cincinnati sports. Totally free. All you gotta do is press that link LT put in there, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. We are so close, so close. I'm gonna go ahead and get my predictions. I'm thinking, I want a Bengals win really bad. Excuse me eating. I'm just trying to get this in before the game. But back-to-back wins. We're on a major streak for last game of the year. The team finally comes into form. They want to prove to people that we can fight for ourselves. And 20 something points. I'm gonna go in the 20s. Bengals 23. Bengals 23. Ravens 26 or 16. I'm gonna go big day by Mr. Automatic Justin Tucker. At least 3 field goals, maybe a touchdown or two for the Ravens. I just think Justin Tucker will have a big game. I think for the Bengals, the defense will step up, hold them to a decent amount of points, and let our offense compete. It's pretty easy. How does this team win with basically our second string offense? Defense has to step up, turn the ball over, and make big plays to change the momentum for the offense. Don't leave the defense on the field to dry all game long, but give your offense the time to milk the clock and get long possessions. So you're not giving it to the Baltimore offense for long periods of time. Because what are they going to do? They're going to run it down your throat with their 3-headed rushing attack. That's what they're going to do from snap 1 to snap 5,000. They are going to run, run, and run. So 93 members. Okay. Nice. Big day for T. Higgins. At least 1 touchdown. Yeah. I think T. Higgins will wrap up his rookie season here with a pretty good game. Um, I could agree with that. Definitely. I think we could see a big game by AJ Green. Usually, he plays good at the Ravens or against the Ravens. Usually, he plays good the last week of the season. And, you know, I think a last good hurrah here for him would really boost his stock in the offseason and free agency. Because, like I said, I do think this will be his last game in orange and black. And same with Geno Atkins. Hint of why they're both on the thumbnail. I do think this is probably both their last games in Paul Brown Stadium as a Cincinnati Bengal. Michael Green says, "Go Ravens. Good luck, Bengals." Hey, good luck, man. Hopefully, this is a good competitive game. You guys need this one, so we'll see what the Ravens bring if they bring their A game. What's up, Stuart? Hooday, man. How you doing? Hope everything's going all good. Welcome to the stream. Ooh. You guys haven't already? Go check out some of my merch. We got mask for not the most expensive mask. Once again, I don't make a huge profit off of it, but I do make some. Got some masks, some DCTV mask of this logo, and my other logo. We also have a whole bunch of stickers on there that you can get as well. And then some clothing too, as you see the shirt on the wall right over there. We have some other stuff too. A whole bunch of stickers and mask, just to help support the channel. If you're interested in any of that. What would we want to see more, eliminating the Ravens from the playoffs or eliminating the Browns from the playoffs, but keeping out a low draft pick? Well, I mean, just because we eliminate the Ravens doesn't mean we're not going to have a low draft pick. I mean, a low draft pick in my mind is like lottery, which I believe we'll still have even if we beat the Ravens, right? I want to win. I'm all in at this point. I'm so tired of losing. I'm so tired of fighting for draft picks. I want to win. At least compete. If we lose in close game fashion, I'll be okay. I'm used to it at this point. As a Bengals fan, I'm numb. So I think we could see something like that. So if you're in here right now, give me your score predictions of what you think this game could turn out to be, score wise, and which players do you think will have the biggest impact? I'm going to go, what was my score prediction? I think 23-16 Bengals. I think the defense turns some heads. Lamar Jackson throws some picks, forces the unnecessary balls, maybe get a fumble or two. Basically, I'm saying the Bengals have to get pretty lucky. What was that? A few months ago, it was a crushing game. The last time we played Baltimore, blowout city, and that was with Burrow and I think Mixon and our first string. I started at that point. Really didn't have the offensive line figured out then. Um, that was a tough one, but now it's going to be interesting to see if they'll have our number again. Ravens are pissed off about the Twitter comment. Was that yeah, I think they said something about the Ravens being eliminated. I think Jermaine Pratt or somebody just commented on it. It was like, yeah, it's facts. It's already happening or something like that. I'm always one of those guys. Don't get the opposing team already something to be mad about. They already don't like you. They already want to beat you. Don't give them another reason to beat you. And that's what Juju and a couple guys do across the league every other week. And hopefully it doesn't happen today. Can't believe Bates got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. I mean, I honestly can believe it just because it's Cincinnati and it's a voting contest, but he'll still make All Pro, probably All Pro, first team All Pro or second team All Pro. Has to, at least. So he'll probably still make that. But yeah, Pro Bowl, it's just a popularity vote. All the big teams, the Cowboys, all the teams with big cities, you got Seattle Seahawks, teams like that. They always usually get majority of the votes anyway, just because bigger city than Cincinnati. Was it Pratt? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I saw something early in the week. If the Saints don't re-sign Ryan Ramczyk, we should definitely target him in free agency and use him and use our first round pick on CB. Well, even if we get a free agency signing of an offensive lineman, I still think we should draft another offensive lineman. I think we're down that bad. Yeah, we could sign one really good guy, but I think we need to draft some too as well. Maybe not the first pick if we have some amazing talent drop to us. But yeah, I'm really not going to talk draft today. At least I'm not going to try to, just because I just want to focus on my game or focus on this game. This is the last game of the season. And for the next few months, 90% of this YouTube channel is probably going to be draft related. So I'm going to really try to stay out of draft talk. So if you talk about the draft, that's totally okay. But if I don't respond, that's probably why. Just because 75% of this channel the next coming months are going to be about the draft. And today's a game day, and I kind of want to keep it game day. So. But don't worry, we'll have months to talk about the draft. I just hate being a Bengals fan because, sometimes here comes January, and instead of talking postseason football, we're talking draft football. A little frustrating. Do you stream the draft? Oh, yeah, I think I definitely will. I talked to a couple of buddy of mine's, and we're thinking about doing just like a draft party, like pushing my camera out, getting a big TV, and just having a bunch of my friends do a live reaction to the draft. So if that's something you guys want to see, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about the draft a lot, but if that is something you want to see, I do plan on doing a live reaction to the draft. I think that could be something pretty cool. Alex M says 31-20 Bengals D will show up. Hey, if the Bengals have any shot of winning today, defense has to step up. I agree. Their defense shows up what they did for the Steelers. We'll have a great game. Yeah, definitely gonna step up. Jesse Bates has to make some plays. We need Von Bell to get back there, cause some pressure. Defensive line has to contain the rush. I'm not saying they're gonna go out there and just full on stop Lamar and Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins and all these guys. No, I'm not saying go out there and stop them because that's pretty unrealistic. We're a bottom 5, bottom 10 rush defense. But if we can go out there and contain them, push them to the outside, defend the middle, and force them, our safeties make tackles, the corners making tackles, linebackers, no missed tackles. I think we'll be all right. And, going on the offense, I think the biggest thing today is take care of the football. It's a second string offense. You can't make plays because Brandon Allen or Ryan Finley is not going to carry you down the field within a few plays, most likely. So take care of the ball. Don't turn it over. Get long, possessive drives. And hopefully Giovanni Bernard can get going because really the past few weeks while we've won games is because Giovanni Bernard's production. Effective on the rushing, on the ground. Effective, aerial attack. Giovanni Bernard's been a man among boys these past few weeks. Can you pull up the playoff picture and see what actually has to happen for the Ravens to be eliminated? Uh, I thought it was just a Bengals win. Is it a Bengals win and something else? I'll look it up. Um, I can't find something this second. If anyone knows the answer to that, let me know. Is it Bengals? Is it Bengals win and then somebody else wins too, or somebody else loses? Last thing I saw was just a Bengals win. I think Allen is starting. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really kept up this week. Not gonna lie, I've been really busy with New Year's and about to restart the semester again here for college. So I'm really focusing on myself and enjoying time lately. But week 17 last week of the season, I couldn't skip out and not be here. Come on now. Me too, AWOL. I would love to put the Ravens out of the playoffs. Me too. It's a Browns win and a Ravens loss. Okay, Swift. So Browns have to win too. And who do the Browns play? You got Vikings, Lions. I'm gonna go Vikings. Falcons, Bucks. Um, Probably go Bucks here if they're playing their starters. Jets, Patriots. Probably gonna go Patriots. Dolphins, Bills. Gonna go Bills. Browns, Steelers. What is it? A Browns win. I'm gonna go Browns win and Bengals win. Ravens knocked out. Cowboys, Giants. I'm gonna go Andy Dalton pulls out the W, makes the playoffs. You see that? If Andy Dalton wins today, Cowboys clinch a playoff spot, and Andy Dalton gets $1 million in incentives. So just because they're gonna make a playoffs, if they win today, he'll get $1 million, just like that. There you go. So, really rooting for Andy Dalton out there to win today. Ravens, Bengals. Gonna go with the Bengals. Jaguars, Colts. Colts. I got the Colts. Said it twice, but Titans, Texans. I'll go. Excuse me. I'll go Titans here for sure. Sorry, I just choked on it. The ham. I apologize. Cardinals, Rams. I'm gonna go Rams. Yeah, not by much. I think the Cardinals can definitely. Excuse me. I think the Cardinals can definitely win. Oh, hold on. Streamer dies live. Choking on ham. Oh man, this is bad. Uh, Saints, Panthers. I'm gonna go Saints. Packers, Bears. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Go Packers and Aaron Rodgers if they're starting their first team. I gotta go get a drink or something. Hold on. I can't even talk. I don't know what's going on. Uh Chargers or Chiefs? Chiefs. Ooh, why does my voice sound like that? Seahawks. Oh my gosh. I'll be back. I'm about to like throw this up. Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, Seahawks 49ers. Oh, that setup looks fire though. When I leave and you can see the whole setup, it looks so good. That setup has gone such a far way. It's crazy. Seahawks 49ers, Seahawks, Raiders, Broncos, Raiders, Washington, Eagles, Washington. Week 17, we got to watch Philadelphia and Washington. Come on. Give us a better game than that. DCTV been turning up lately. Dude, this past week has been insane. I'm just going to leave it there. This past week has been a fun one. And I'm sorry for no predict. I usually do a prediction and preview stream. Sometimes I'll do 2-3 streams before the game. But this week I was just pretty busy. I'll just put it that. I'll just put it like that. Oh, sorry for my Facebook people. I totally ignored you. I'm so sorry. Dion says you streaming the game today. I'll be doing a play-by-play. So if you count that, then yes. And then Connor Paul says how much are the mask and shirts? They're all priced differently. I think the mask are around $5-8, something like that. And I think the stickers are around that. And then all my stuff ranges. And like I said, I try to price them as fair as possible where I can still make a little bit of profit because I didn't make the website. I don't make the clothing. So I use like a middleman, and then the middleman makes some of the money too. So I try to make it as fair as possible. The masks are pretty cool though. You got this one. You got both my logos. You got this, just that logo. And then you have the city logo as well. And I've got a lot of compliments for it. And a lot of my friends have worn 'em around. And they actually told me, like, hey, man, check your subscriber count. I think you got a few subscribers because people asked about my mask. So it's pretty cool. But nonetheless, let's get back to the game. We're getting close here. What is it? 12:47. So here we go. If you're in here right now, smash the like button. Let's hit 50 likes before kickoff. And like I said, we have to hit 2K subs today or get very, very close. 1880. Let's hit 2K subs. So anytime you see new people in here, tell them to turn up and join the DCTV family because you have a chance at a free Bengals, authentic jersey a jersey. Once I hit 2K subs, it'll probably be Burrow. If not, I'll just probably let you pick. But yes, a free Bengals jersey of your choice. At 2K subs. So let's get there today. And once again, let's enjoy today's game. Win or loss. This is it's very emotional for some people, This could very well be AJ Green's last game in Paul Brown Stadium as a Bengal. A lot of people like me grew up watching him through middle school and high school. Like we just grew up watching a guy like that, growing up. And then Geno Atkins is going to be his last game. William Jackson III, Carl Lawson. We don't know if these guys are going to come back next season. I think more of them have a better chance than the others. So let's enjoy them. Let's hope they make some plays out there. Let's hope they compete and look like they want to win. And then on the other side, let's look at all the guys that do return. We're gonna get a Jesse Bates back, Von Bell. We know we have a amazing safety duo for the next decade that's gonna be returning. A lot of young guys that are gonna come back for their second season, and obviously we'll get Burrow, Mixon, and all the injuries. Uzama, we'll get all these guys back, back next year as well. But let's enjoy the guys we can watch today. Planning on picking up a Logan Wilson jersey. Yeah, I want to pick up a Logan Wilson jersey, but I got to see him play more. I'm not going to pick up a jersey of someone who probably only plays 35% of snaps. As much as I really want to buy a Logan Wilson jersey, I got to see more playing time from him. Although, that's not really his fault. But the sample size we've seen in Logan Wilson has been very awesome. I think Lawson will be back. Yeah, personally, I think Lawson will be back. I think WJ3 will come back most likely. I think Atkins leaves. I think Green leaves. I think definitely Lawson top for him coming back. He has the greatest chance out of those guys. Same with WJ3, but at the same time, I don't know. There's other corners out there. You can always draft corners. I think he's already 28 years old, so we'll have to see. Mixon, Burrow, Logan. Yeah, just to name a few. They play the Washington game because Washington has to lose and Cowboys win for the Cowboys to go to the playoffs. But you see how you even worded it? Like, I know it's not your fault, but like it's always about the Cowboys. Of course, Cowboys fans are going to be watching that game, and majority of the NFL is Cowboys fans, so they do it for ratings. But you got to do what you got to do. It's a smart business move. Let's put Washington on there because Cowboys fans are going to be watching. Did you see the Bengals are getting rid of the offensive line coach and defensive line coach is a good move? Yeah, I saw articles of that the Bengals staff is going to reportedly look a lot different next season. I didn't, get too involved into it. I didn't look into it. I'm assuming those are the guys we're talking about. But yeah, I would assume they're going to clear house on a lot of the coaches. And I mean, I think next season could be Zach Taylor's last season unless he pieced together at least, 6 to 8 wins. I think if he can't piece together 6 to 8 wins, I think next year will be his last year as a Bengal coach. But yeah, so he's gonna have to give it his all. He's gonna have to find the guys that he wants for his best shot at winning football games. Oh yeah, Alexander's on a 1-year prove-it deal, and we unfortunately won't be able to watch him today. I believe I saw an article a couple hours ago that said that he is not playing today. So I really want to see Alexander back on this team next year. He had a fantastic year, and I'd like to see him get signed too. Plus, when Trey Waynes comes back next year and is healthy, those guys were already a major duo over in Minnesota for the Vikings. Trey Waynes couldn't play all season long, so hopefully they come back next year and can be a pretty nice pair. Breeze is retiring. Yeah, I saw some articles. No surprise for me. He's getting up there, and Saints, I think, with Drew Brees retiring or not, I think the Saints look otherwise for him. Sean Payton's a smart guy, and he's going to win football games no matter who's at quarterback. And he has options now. He has guys like Winston and Taysom Hill, and he can make a lot of moves. So I think even if Brees comes back, is it with New Orleans next year? I mean, we see guys like Brady, and everyone's talking about Rodgers. I think Rodgers might look on to Green Bay after this season. I think he'll definitely, look at the field and possibly go somewhere else. I don't know. It's always hard to tell with those veteran quarterbacks nowadays. So here we go in Cincinnati, Paul Brown Stadium. It's a little chilly outside. Today, not going to lie, the river doesn't help. The 10-5 Ravens and the 4-10-1 Bengals. Bengals trying to knock off playoff hopes for the Baltimore Ravens. You would think 10 wins could get you in, But in this amazing division, we have probably the best division in the NFL or second best division in the NFL. It is hard to make the playoffs. Ravens, Browns, and Steelers all over 10 wins. Something's got to budge. And we'll see if the Ravens can hang on today or if the Bengals have a shot of knocking them off again. Wouldn't be the first time. A few years ago, they did it with the last second touchdown to end the game. And it clinched the Bills into the playoffs and knocked the Ravens out. So maybe a little deja vu today. So with a win or Cleveland or Indianapolis loss, the Ravens will clinch. So either some other AFC team losings or losings. I apologize, or just a win here today, and the Ravens are in the playoffs. Should we get a new kicker? Yes, I do think we need to definitely look at some other options for both our special teams, punting and kicking. I think punting is top 10 in net yards. Kevin Huber's been a long time Bengal, but he has a noodle leg now. He's older. And I think kicking, yeah, we need to look at our other options as well. I think special teams in general, we need to. Miss Mixon, yeah. Cannot wait to see Joe and Joe next year. It's going to be so fun to watch. Driving home from Cincy to Florida. Thanks for doing the stream. I got you, Alex. That's a long drive, man. I haven't done that drive, but I've been in the car from Cincinnati to Florida a few times. Over 13 hours. It sucks. Talk about a good stat for the Ravens. Just in the month of December in Lamar Jackson's career, 12-1. So when it counts, right before the playoffs, Lamar Jackson 12-1. That's a great record. It shows he's clutch, doesn't choke. I mean, that's a great record right there. 12-1 in the month of December in his career. Very impressive. The best teams don't play the best football, in September or October. The best teams that win Super Bowls and have playoff success are the best in January and December. $32 points per game in the last 2 weeks for the Cincinnati Bengals. Just ridiculous. We won last week, our first road win in like 2 years or something like that. Utterly ridiculous. Took us like a year and a half, 2 years to just get a road win. That is so crazy. We need to see about the UCDC. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about the Bearcats, but I was gonna stream the Bearcats game. Kind of glad I didn't with the way it turned out, but it was a good game, so maybe I should have. That's my bad. I got busy that day. But I was definitely considering doing the bowl game for UC. I'll be watching the Browns Steelers game, so I'll keep you updated because I don't get the Bengals game. I gotcha, Gabuga. So we're gonna go to commercial break, and with about 4 minutes left, we'll come back next time and get the kickoff here. If you haven't already, smash that like button. It goes over 50 likes before kickoff. And then 2,000 subs. Smash that sub button if you're new around here. I want to welcome Don Corleone for joining the DCTV 513 Sports Chat. We are at, I think, 94 members now, so I think about 5 or 6 members away from 100 plus members in the Discord. So shout out to you. Yeah. Yep. DC, you should check out Max Duffy game film. He's a UK punter and is amazing. Is he? I'll probably check him out if I remember that name. But yeah, I mean, we definitely need to weigh on our options. I've been saying that for about the past month about we need a new punter. Just get someone younger in there, and almost everybody disagrees with me. They're like, Kevin Huber is good. And it's like, well, look at Net, and he's like bottom 8 in the league. So if that's good for you, then I guess you like mediocre players. EG said, I saw something about the Jets looking to try and trade the number 2 pick. Yeah, I didn't see that specifically, but I saw to expect a big time trade for the Jets coming up soon. Either them trading up or them trading for another quarterback. I definitely saw that from the Jets. Look for a big time trade. And honestly, like if they feel like Trevor Lawrence is still their guy over Justin Fields or whoever they're looking at, then yeah, they should go after that guy. If they have to settle for Justin Fields, but they really think Trevor Lawrence is their guy, but they have to trade up a pick or two to get it, you're gonna have to give up probably more than what you want. But if that's your guy, it's gonna be worth it in the long run to get him. Braz, you said Houday from Iowa. We can get that going here. If you are in here, let me know where you are from. State, wherever you are. I'm right here, about 15 minutes from Paul Brown Stadium. So right here, across the river of Cincinnati. If you're in here, let me know where you're from. And if you're a Ravens fan or if you're a Bengals fan. I'm going to go ahead and welcome BPXR for joining the 513 Sports Discord. Thank you so much. So here we go. Getting back to the field. The 10-5 Ravens, the 4-10-1 Cincinnati Bengals. AJ Green out there in midfield for the coin toss. Oh, it's so weird. I'm kind of getting a little bit of goosebumps watching him in his last time for Cincinnati. And we're going to go to one more commercial break. Maryland, I'm a Ravens fan. Okay, Swift, I see ya. Maryland. Cincinnati says Fools. I'm from Dayton originally, but I live in New Samira Beach, Florida. Hopefully I said that right. Bengals fan. Oh, you were lucky. Wish I could live in Florida. I can only imagine the weather down there right now. Probably 60, 65, 70 degrees. I'm so jealous. So jealous. Oak Ridge, Tennessee, T. Higgins' hometown. That's awesome. That's really cool. And I agree with this EG Gaming. And some Bengals fans just can't accept the truth. And they just want that player for the name on the back of the jersey. But I think other organizations have found out that doesn't win you Super Bowls all the time. And what EG said is, man, I'm going to miss AJ, but it's for the best. And I think that 100%. Unless we can get him for like 6 or 8 million less in salary, which I don't think will happen. I just think he'll be too pricey for us. And that money that we could spend on AJ to bring him back for his last 2 or 3 seasons and out of his prime and not the same player he once was, we could go spend that on an offensive lineman, or we can go spend that on a linebacker or a corner, a position we desperately need. And then we can just go draft another receiver. But some people may disagree with me. John Harbaugh's record 138-86. Zach Taylor 6-24-1. Looking better. It's sad that we have to say that looks better, but for a long time it's been 2 or 3 wins and 20 plus losses. So 39 degrees, 12-mile-per-hour winds, and cloudy skies here in Cincinnati. Like I said, pretty chilly day here. So here we are. The Bengals are going to kick this one off. They defer it, and the Ravens will let this one touch back, and Lamar Jackson's going to get the first looks in today's game. Arkansas need an NFL team? Yeah. Mexico. Got some money in the game. Go Bengals. Uh-oh. Got some money on the game. So here we go. Lamar Jackson, 64.8 completion percentage, 2,600 yards. Not the MVP caliber season he once had, but he's still Lamar Jackson. He will make plays. Receiver in motion. This one's going to the back. And it's a good gain of about 4 yards. Gus Edwards there on the carry. Yeah, the three-headed rushing attack here. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, and I'm having a brain fart. You know who I'm talking about. So here we go. Second and medium here. Second and 6. Shotgun here for Lamar. Play action. Toss to Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is going to pick up about 5. LaShawn Sims knocks him out of bounds. And let's see what they call this. Is it going to be a 3rd and short or a 1st down? Still haven't got a call yet if it's a 1st down or not. It's going to be really close. Mark Ingram. You know what I'm talking about. And they're going to mark it short. 3rd and 1. 13:55 here in the first quarter, and already a 3rd and short. It's a handoff, and it is going to be good for a Ravens 1st down there. Gus Edwards out to the off to the outside of the right guard right there, and he gets about 3.5 there on the carry. Ravens 1st down. Rookie Akeem Davis-Gathers getting some time out there, and he was the one on the tackle. Can't wait to see more of him. He's had such a small sample size this year. I can't wait to see more of him out there on the field. 13:20 here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Jackson steps back, has a lot of time to throw a little bit of pressure. He escapes the pressure and falls for a gain of about 9. What very well could have been a sack there. He shows his elusive play and steps in the pocket, maybe gets a gain of a yard. Good coverage there by Sims and Bates and some of the linebackers, forcing Jackson to have to take it himself. 2nd and 9. Since week 13, they've averaged 233 yards, most in the NFL. Just getting back to the Ravens' game plan. It's pretty quite simple. Run the ball. 2nd and 9 here, 12:30 remaining. Pressure's there. Jackson has to scramble out to his left, and he's going to have some blockers. He's going to take this one down the field for the 1st down and more. He has a lot of green turf to the 40, to the 50. He runs back and then gets to about the 48 of the Cincinnati Bengals territory. Crazy looking play there. Pressure was there. He ran all the way to his left, cut it back to the midfield, ran back about 8 yards, and ran back up for a gain of 5. I mean, a crazy looking play there by Jackson, and that's a Baltimore Ravens 1st down. Had some blockers downfield, took it himself, had some turf, juked out a couple of his players. I mean, just Lamar Jackson football out there, and he looks ready to go. Sometimes you see this Ravens offense come out a little sluggish. Not so far today. Lamar Jackson's looking good. Here we go. Good blocking up the gut by the 77 of the Baltimore Ravens offensive line. Ingram's going to punch for a strong gain of 7 yards there. I mean, just fantastic blocking there. Did you see Joe Burrow was walking without a limp? Yeah, I saw that. He's looking good. He's looking good. So here we go. 2nd and 3 here. Ingram comes back off the field. You got Patrick Ricard, the fullback, and Dobbins. This one's going to Dobbins. The pressure's there, but he gets out of the hands of Khalid Kareem and falls shy of the 1st down, which I thought they had. And now it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the 2nd time this drive. This time in Bengals territory. It was just an HB run off the right tackle. Khalid Kareem, the rookie out of Notre Dame, almost had him for a TFL, but J.K. Dobbins just hard to catch. But I mean, Khalid Kareem, he gets that tackle. That is a fantastic play. He pushed that offensive lineman right out the way. So 3rd and 1 here. Can they get back-to-back 3rd-and-1 conversions? From the Cincinnati 40-yard line, it's an end around. Marquise Brown gets it, breaks out of a tackle to the Cincinnati 25-20 before being pushed out of bounds. A huge gain by the end around right there. Or, excuse me, that's going to be Duvernay, number 13. I thought it was Marquise Brown. A pickup of 22 yards there, just an end around. Dunbury, number 13, comes off the end, comes around. Bengals defense were sold on the little pitch. Looks like it was a fake pitch. And Jermaine Pratt pushes him out of bounds, but not until after a big gain. And Ravens deep into Bengals territory now. 9:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Shotgun for Lamar Jackson. Shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. Out to the right side, dancing. And runs out of bounds for a gain of 2. But for the first time today, there is some yellow, dirty laundry on the field. Wow, looks like Giants are looking good here. They're going to go up 7-0 already. Cowboys need a win to get into the playoffs. Shout out to Bro is Funny joining the Discord. Here we go. 1st-and-20 after the holding call. Sorry, I didn't say that, but it was a holding call. Keep Davis gathers, pushes Edwards out of bounds after a pretty medium gain there. Second and 10. Second and 10, 9 minutes now remaining. This is exactly what the Ravens want to do. 6+ minute drive. All they want right here is get into the end zone. And this is a very effective drive. Milk the clock and score the ball. Jackson steps in the pocket, takes a hit from Hubbard, is looking end zone, but is overthrown there. Von Bell in coverage. Good pressure there by the Bengals defense and good coverage. He was looking for number 80 for the Baltimore Ravens, but just not there. So now, after having back-to-back 3rd-and-1s, it's not going to be a 3rd-and-10. 2 for 2 for third down so far. Perfect on the day, but can they pick up a 3rd-and-10? 8:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Here we go. From the Cincinnati 18-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, a receiver to the right. Cincinnati sending 4. It's a run. Jackson and a beautiful tackle by Sam Hubbard, who's going to stop him for a short gain of maybe 2 yards. A beautiful zone right there. Could have gave it to Hill, but instead he takes it himself. Sam Hubbard read it like a book and stopped Lamar Jackson. A beautiful tackle. And Bengals defense, bend don't break. And they're going to hold him to a field goal attempt here by Mr. Automatic, Justin Tucker. This one from 34 yards out. This one is up. And Mr. Automatic, of course, is good. So 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Ravens touch the ball and score 3-0. I mean, honestly, not too bad. And look, I mean, that when they were moving down, I definitely thinking they're scoring 6 here on this drive. But they get that penalty, bring them back 10 yards, and then we hold them. Defense, break don't bend right there. It's a good job. Wearing your Hubbard jersey, there you go. Former Buckeye. No, the Buckeyes got a big game coming up here soon. You guys think the Buckeyes might pull out that win? Houday Crosby, Houday football. If you're in here right now, spam up the Houdays, spam up the like button, and hit that sub button as we're on the road to 2K subs. Let me go ahead and do something real quick. My thoughts on that drive? Baltimore's just got to do what they got to do. Run the ball. waste the clock, get these long drives, and get some type of points. Bengals defense, get some pressure on Jackson. At the end of the drive, we got some pressure on him. Made him, forced him to make some bad throws. And that's what you have to do with Jackson. You got to force enough pressure to where he's going to get uncomfortable and overthrow his receivers or underthrow them, but also not too much pressure where if one man misses, you sit in the house, no safeties in the backfield, Jackson might take it to the crib. So you have to be careful. On commercial break here. Ravens up early, 3-0. Bengals are going to be able to get the ball here. Let's see. Brandon Allen or Ryan Finley? Who do we think? Did they announce if they're having a starter? I still didn't see anything. Let's check out some scores across the league. Time for Gio the stash. Yep. Buccaneers over the Falcons 7-0. Patriots over the Jets 7-0. Browns over the Steelers 7-0. Not looking good, Ravens fans. Or is that looking good? So a short kick here. This one's returnable. Brandon Wilson, who's been explosive all year, gets stopped before even the 20-yard line, about the 17 or 18-yard line. Very entertaining to watch anytime he brings it out there, but doesn't even get to the 20. So Brandon Allen comes onto the field. 5th start of the season. Obviously, career highs in probably every category last week. 371 yards, 78 completion percentage. I mean, nobody expected what happened last week. Just an incredible performance. 1st and 10 here for the Bengals. Under center, Bernard in motion. It's going to be P. Ryan out of the backfield and a gain of about 2 there. Interesting formation. You have, this isn't the first time I've seen it this season. You have Bernard lined up as a receiver coming off the end around and then P. Ryan in the backfield. Interesting. Oh, and they're showing the big run by Nick Chubb, 47-yard touchdown to take the lead over the Steelers. Nick Chubb, man. What a season he's had. 2nd and 8 here. Allen steps back, throws. It's deflected by a defensive lineman. And it was looking for AJ right there. AJ Green. Wolf, number 95 for the Ravens defense. There on the deflection. 3rd and 8, 7:22 remaining here in the first. Big 3rd down here for the Bengals. The big rub. 3rd and 8 here. Trips to the left, the receiver to the right. Tyler Boyd all by himself. Allen steps back, throws. He has a man. T. Higgins has the first down and a lot more to the 45-50, the 45-40, and he pulls a cramp or a hammy, and he could have kept going. He is in a lot of pain holding the back of his thigh. Non-contact right there. T. Higgins is in a lot of pain. He ran past the entire defense, goes all the way down the field, and then he falls as he's running down the field. No contact, holding the back of his thigh. And he was screaming in agony and pain, and he is down. And wow, Mike Thomas is going to get a pass interference, so the play comes back. Talk about the definition of the Bengals season right there. Get about a 40-yard completion right there to T. Higgins. He hurts himself, pulls a hammy or a cramp. He's in a lot of pain. And then the call comes all the way back because Mike Thomas, who shouldn't even be on the field, gets a pass interference call. Had nothing to do with the play. So add that one to the list. I mean, it's just so tiring watching these games this season. It's injury after injury after injury after injury. I mean, just completely ridiculous. It's so devastating and tiring and to watch week in and week out. Ah, the 21-year-old rookie, he was just running full sprint, a slant over the middle, got past the corners, got past the linebackers. The only man that beats the safety. Safety grabs him, but really he was already going down before. He quickly like flinched and started holding his back thigh and just fell to the turf. Usually that means, a pinched nerve or pulled a hammy or a cramp. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but he was down and you could literally hear him screaming in the mic in pain. So hopefully he is all okay. Prayers up for T. Higgins. I mean, that's just not a way you want to end the season already. That man AWOL's in here. What's up, AWOL? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, AWOL. Hey, shout out to AWOL. Get some AWOL hype in the chat. Shout out to AWOL. But yeah, check out the merch. And yeah, another season gone by, and let's just hope T. Higgins is healthy, man. I mean, it's just injury after injury after injury. Come back here, see if they have an update. I mean, it really looked like he was cramping because I see that all the time in football. Not in that much pain, but you see guys have to stop running and start holding that back of thigh and start limping off the field. They usually don't do that, where they just hit the turf and it's in agony. But we need T. So Alex Erickson's gonna take his spot. T. Higgins on the sideline, sitting down on the bench. So he's not going to the locker room. A very good sign, but not a good sign. 3rd and 18 after the bogus pass interference call. Allen, throw over the middle. Drew Sample gets swept. Takes a lick and didn't even come close to the completion. 4th and 18. Bengals have to punt. Bengals all season long shoot themselves in the foot. So 4th and 18, we're punting from our own end zone. T. Higgins got us in Baltimore territory. We were looking good, and Mike Thomas shouldn't even be on the field. Kevin Huber gets this one to their 40, return it to their own 45, to the 50 before being wrapped up. There is some dirty yellow laundry on the field. Let's see who it is on. He looks okay. I mean, he's on the bench. It's always a good sign when they don't go straight to the locker room and they're able to just walk it off or chill out on the bench. So let's hope, it's just a hammy or something. Illegal block in the back there by the receiving team. So this is going to back up the Ravens, who returned it to the midfield. Good field possession. They're going to back it up here after that. Keenan on Facebook says, I'm a diehard Ravens fan, but I appreciate you streaming the play-by-play. I got you, Keenan. If you want to support, even though you're a Ravens fan, I'm a Bengals fan, just hit that like button. If you're on Facebook, hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that sub button. That's all I could really ask for. But yeah, all fans are welcome here in the stream, Ravens and Bengals. Just be respectful, have a good time, and, get active in the chat. That's really all I ask for. So after the call here, a little TV timeout. I want to hang this back up. There we go. Got to support big old number 9. Scott, leaving a like on the stream. Appreciate you, Scott. Keenan, thank you, thank you. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. So now they're backed up all the way to their 31. In motion, Jackson all day to throw. Steps up, launching a missile down the field. It has Marquise Brown in double coverage between this amazing safety duo of Bates and Bell. incomplete. But boy, that was a rocket of a throw there by Jackson, showing a little bit of that arm strength right there. Wow. And Marquise Brown showing the jetpack rockets he has on the back of his legs right there. I mean, guy starts from the 30, gets all the way to his own 30-yard line within seconds. Jackson, I mean, that's a catchable ball. Not a bad throw by Jackson at all. I actually think it's a really good throw. Marquise Brown, it's a tough catch in double coverage, but Jackson put it where it needs to be. 2nd and 10, Jackson's going to step in the pocket, step out of the pocket, get to the outside, and scramble for a gain of about 11 yards and a Ravens first down. Lamar Jackson just wants it a little bit more than this Bengals defense right now. Doing anything and everything possible to win this game. I'm a Browns fan. We need the Bengals to beat the Ravens. We're trying. We're trying. 1st and 10 here for Jackson. Fullback and running back. One receiver out. Going to be a carry here. Dobbins, a gain of about 2 or 3 there before being wrapped up by a couple of Bengal defenders there. Hunt and others. Sounds like the outside isn't holding the run well, but I can't watch TV, just listen. Yeah. Bengals is getting, the Bengals are actually getting some good pressure. Hubbard and Lawson are getting back there. The pocket's collapsing. Lamar is just so elusive. He's just scrambling out of the pocket and getting to the outside where there's no QB spies. So the pass rush actually isn't too bad. They are getting pressure. They just aren't wrapping him up. A carry up the middle to Dobbins once again, wrapped up for a gain of about 4 there by McKenzie, and it is a 3rd and 2. A big 3rd and 2 coming up. Spam up the B's for a Bengals stop. Spam up the R's for a Ravens first down in the chat. You think Ravens are going to pick up a first here? Spam up the R's. You think the Bengals are going to stop? Spam up the B's. Here we go. 3rd and 2, 4:35 remaining here in the first. Here we go. I formation. The carry is about 7 yards and another Ravens first down. I mean, I don't know what that play call was for our defense. I don't know why we're not lining up more defense right there. We're going just a set of 4 defenders, playing pretty wide. Linebackers aren't up at the line of scrimmage. I don't know what that play calling is right there. What do you think they're going to do? I mean, that is literally a gimme call. 2 yards, they had the best rushing attack in the NFL. You know what they're calling. Easy call right there for the Ravens. Just punch it up the gut. 1st and 10 here from the Cincinnati 43-yard line. Jackson, all day to throw, steps up in the pocket. Man down the field. Ravens touchdown. Down the field, had a man wide open. That's Boykin. And the Ravens are going to add 6 more here. Not looking good here early for the Bengals. LaShawn Sims in cover has been getting burnt all year. I know we're down guys like Trey Waynes and other guys, but we got to be able to go in this offseason and find guys to take Sims' spot because he has been bad. I'm just going to leave it at that and just hold my anger. 43-yard touchdown to Boykin. He has just been bad, to say the very least. Extra point is up, and it is good. 10-0, Baltimore up early, and they just look like they want it more. They've came out the gates with a lot of energy, doing anything possible to get this win. Bengals come out flat. Baltimore looks like they want to play next week, honestly. They look like they want it a little bit more. Ravens looking good, man. And Jackson looks good too, honestly. Aggressive. and stick it to what they're best at. Run the ball up the gut, run it down their throats, and surprise them every now and then with a, shot down the field. It's working to perfection. Deanne, thank you for liking the stream. If you want to be like Deanne, smash that like button. The goal is 50 before the end of the first quarter. And then also hit the sub button. Our goal is 2,000 subs. Hey, guy, do what you gotta do, Officer Greg. Do what you gotta do, my man. And it, sometimes you gotta swallow the truth pill. And yeah. I still want to win. Don't get me wrong. I don't watch these games and pour out my support to want to lose games. How do you feel about the draft? Hit the subscribe button and I'll let you know in the next few weeks. In the beginning of the stream, I said I wasn't going to talk about the draft too much because these next few months, the draft is going to be about 75% of this YouTube channel probably because the Bengals aren't in the playoffs. And I don't want to talk about it all in this stream just because this is the last game of the season. But I like where the Bengals are at. I don't think if we win, it's the end of the world. I don't think if we lose, we're not too far out to make talent. I feel like Bengals fans have been way too dramatic these past few weeks about getting wins. I've never seen a fan base so ungrateful for wins. Not every single person, but a lot of people. It's kind of crazy. Especially a fan base that hasn't seen wins in forever. I'm 19 years old and I've never seen the Bengals win a playoff game. Crazy, right? How do I feel about the draft? As of right now, I just want to win. Ask me tomorrow when the season's over. I want us to get the best draft spot possible to get the best talent possible. So, ask me today, ask me tomorrow. It is what it is. First and 10, Allen under center here. 3:40 remaining in the first. Down 10, down 10-0 here. You got to get some points on the board. Bernard's going to bounce this one to the outside. Quentin Spain and Trey Hopkins pulled on that. Still, maybe a gain of a yard. Bernard, if the Bengals want any shot today, they need that man to step up right there. He is a huge factor of why we've won the past 2 weeks. Because that man right there. T. Higgins still on the bench all by himself. Not in the game, but not in the locker room. So maybe he just pulled a hammy or something. We'll have to see. Boyd out to the left. Erickson and A.J. Green. Looking to the left. Screen pass to Boyd. And maybe a half a yard. So 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8.5. 3rd and 8. Hope T comes back to break the rookie record for the Bengals. I think it's AJ's record you're talking about. I thought he already broke that. Uday Jason's good seeing you in there, my man. Here we go. 3rd and 8. Green out wide. Erickson out wide. Boyd in the slot. Allen steps up, throws for a 5-yard slant route, and it's incomplete, but there is some dirty laundry, and I think this might be some DPI right here. Never mind. It's going to be an illegal shift on the Bengals, and it's a 4th down. I mean, they just look flat. Bengals look lifeless. No energy. Flat. best ways I could describe it. First, second, and third down, you can't do HB draw, 2 little screen dump passes for 2 yards. You got to go vertical and get down the field. 4th and 8, we're basically punting from our own end zone again. Kevin Huber, the longtime vet out there, to try to punt this one away. Funny. 4th and 8, Huber punts this one off. Gonna bounce, 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 and bounce and get to the Ravens' 21, 22-yard line. Probably one of his best punts of the season. But there is a late flag thrown on the play. Awaiting the call here. Kevin Huber is a captain. I probably haven't watched this. I don't know how I've been watching all season long and didn't notice the C badge on Kevin Huber's jersey. Never noticed it. Never mind. There's no flag on the play, but there is a timeout. So 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. There's a timeout called on the field. 10-0 Ravens, and they have the ball again. Not looking good for the Bengals. They should have more energy in this game than the Steelers game. Unreal. They're just lifeless out there, honestly. It's like they're like, ugh, is the draft here yet? Is free agency here yet? Like, this is crazy. Besides that T. Higgins catch that got him injured and they brought back, there's really been absolutely zero momentum for the Bengals yet this game. Offense or defense. How's the Browns game looking? Let's take a look. Vikings are beating the Lions 7-6. Buccaneers are beating the Falcons 10-3. Patriots over Jets 7-0. Dolphins over Bills 3-0. Browns over Steelers 7-0. So Browns are up. Giants over Cowboys 6-3. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back before we get back here in the game. And yeah, something going on. Still getting used to the new setup. Okay, I'll be back in just 1 second. All right, here we're in 2nd and 7. Sorry about that. A run here to Gus Edwards out to the right side. pulling is the right guard in the center for a gain of about 6 in a 3rd and 1 here. Third and 1 here, 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. What will we do here? If I'm the Ravens, I am just punching it up the gut. It's worked all game long. Why stop now? They're going bunch set here. A lot of offensive linemen, a receiver in motion. They're going to run this one. Edwards out to the outside. And like I said, run the ball and another Ravens first down. This one's probably going to take it to the end of the first here. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. 20 seconds left here. They can take another snap, one more before the first quarter, or they could just, wrap it up right here. 94 rushing yards to 3. 10, 9, 8. They're set. Let's see if they get some, if they're just trying to pull a hard count here. And they're going to let the clock run out. So end of the first here. 10 for the Baltimore Ravens, 0 for the Cincinnati Bengals here in Paul Brown Stadium. Looking good for the Ravens, not looking good for the Bengals. What are our thoughts on the first quarter if you're a Ravens fan or even a Bengals fan? Or I guess I should say if you're a Bengals fan or even a Ravens fan. And you're in here, give me your thoughts on this first quarter so far. But we will be on commercial break because it's into the first. We got a few minutes. If you haven't already, smash that like button. The goal is 50 before the end of the second quarter. Or I guess I should say halftime. And hit that sub button. The goal is 2,000 subs. Jennifer says I can't watch anymore. Come on, Jen. Max Wayne says the rest of the game will be 30-0 Bengals, 100%. I don't know, Max. Maybe. We'll have to see. Shout out to Bro is Funny for joining the Discord. We're just a few people away from 100 people in the Discord. I agree with you, Alex. We do have to get a stop. And there is plenty of time. The problem is when you give the team like the Baltimore Ravens the lead, it's hard because what do? They just drain the clock all game long because they just run the ball. So it's hard to come back for a team like this because they're just going to have long possessions. Alfish Presley says Bengals play calling is dysfunctional. It's been good about, the last month of football. It's been pretty good. But this game, yeah, just nothing really going. Offense and or defense. Jason said, hey, Drew, where will AJ be next season? Man. I don't know. Probably not Cincinnati. I have no idea, right, where he might go. New England, question mark? First and 10. Lamar Jackson with the keeper. Jermaine Pratt wraps him up after about a 5-yard carry there. Ravens need to keep that up. Hope everyone in here had a good Christmas and happy holidays and a happy new year. Past, week, 2 weeks. 14-20 here in the half. 2nd and 6. Boykin in motion. Jackson steps up in the pocket, throws. The ball is batted away there by 6'9" Hunt. Stepped up in the pocket, took a little bit of a hit there and got the ball off. Hunt, who's like 6'8", 6'9", just puts his hands in the air and deflects that one. Good defense there. So 3rd and 6 here. Ravens want to keep pushing that ball down the field. They're 4 for 5 on 3rd down conversions, and the Bengals are 0 for 2. A stop here would be huge for the Cincinnati Bengals. Mark Andrews in motion. Jackson looking, steps up, unloads, deflected again, and picked off by the Cincinnati Bengals. That's going to be Akeem Davis-Gathers, the rookie linebacker. Off the deflection. Hunt gets back-to-back deflections, and this one is picked off by Akeem Davis-Gathers. Spam up the Hoodays in the chat. I want to see the Hoodays in the chat right now. Spam it up. If you're in here right now and you're a Bengals fan, get on your feet and spam that Hooday. Jackson steps up. It was almost the same exact play as the previous play. Jackson steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. Marcus Hunt, 6'8", 6'9", just puts his hands in the air, deflects it, and this time it's brought down by a Bengals defender. A run here up the gut for the Bengals. It's Pirine for a gain of about 3 there. So the Bengals finally get the first taste of momentum in today's game. I mean, they have just been getting beat in all ways of the game so far. Finally, something goes their way and a little bit of momentum for the Bengals. Talked about it all season long. It's so important to capitalize off turnovers. Well, here we go. On the Ravens' 44-yard line, 2nd and 7. Allen's going to step back, scramble out to his right, getting close to the sideline, tosses this one. This one's going to be to Steven Carter. Dangerous throw there, has nothing there. Third and 7, and you don't get nothing here. You're not kicking a field goal here, at least in making it. So, Bengals just... I mean, that coverage by the Baltimore Ravens is just spot on. Shout out Steve for following on Facebook. We're at 1890 subs on YouTube. Let's get that to 1900 right now. 3rd and 7. 13-18 remaining here in the second quarter. Allen steps back, launching this one down the field. That's the running back, Giovanni Bernard. It's caught, but he is shoved out of bounds and incomplete. So are the Bengals going to punt here? Third and 7. I don't know what we're doing. And we're punting. We're punting the ball. If that's me, I'm running the ball, getting either a 1st or a 4th and short, and then going for it on the 4th and short. But no, from the Ravens' 44-yard line, we have to punt the ball. So hopefully it pays off. And we've had this talk about if he should be our punter. Well, he put them into the 8-yard line, so good punt. Duvernay gets it. Fair catch, and Ravens are going to get another shot here. This time in the beginning of the second quarter. A lot of people saying go for it, nothing to lose. Well, and that's why if it's me, on 3rd down, I'm running the ball to get some type of yardage. And then even if you don't get it, instead of 4th and 7, you know, you may be facing a 4th and 1, a 4th and 2, a 4th and 3, which is way more manageable. So, interesting. I'm rooting for the Bengals because I hate the Ravens. LOL, who they? All right. 1 of 6 with 1 yard total passing. I mean, so far this game is like the definition of the Bengals season. Pain. Oop, we got another Discord member. Let's check it out. HDNRNE. Thank you for joining the Discord. We're at 95 people in the Discord. That's awesome. I'll say something. The Ravens get into the playoffs. You know, I know you can't really base off the Bengals offense. Backup quarterback, backup running back, backup tight end. You know, but this offense is coming off of 2 30-plus point games and 2 wins. So it is impressive to see them absolutely shut down this offense. And if I'm a Ravens fan, you know what you have on offense. Like, let's be honest, we know what the Ravens are on offense. They have an identity and they go by it. But this defense for the Ravens has been fairly impressive, and that's exactly what you need if you're going to get into the playoffs. You know what they say? Super Bowl wins Super Bowls. Defense wins Super Bowls. And so far, the defense looked good. I know what the Bengals have on offense right now, and it's basically a second string, but nonetheless, they've been good, they've been hot, and they've been ice cold today because of this Ravens defense. So 13 minutes here in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson shotgun. A screen pass out there to 15. Marquise Brown stiffs arm a defender and gets a gain of about 6. LaShawn Sims gets a taste of the turf right there. 6-yard gain. So Miami was up 3-0. Buffalo gets a touchdown there, now up 7-3. Did Finley play today? I didn't see him on the injury report, so I wouldn't see why not. So this one's going to be on the offense. Orlando Brown Jr. looks like he jumped off sides here. Or, yeah, it's going to be a false start. Jumping for joy there's big ol' Orlando Brown Jr. He's really good, though. He's really good. Now on that left side of the offensive line. Here we go. 2nd and 10 here for Lamar. A receiver out to left, an I formation. Jackson under center. Hard running up the middle. Legs moving. And a solid gain of 4 or 5 yards there up the middle. Just hard-nosed football. J.K. Dobbins. So 3rd and 5. Clock is moving. 3rd and 5. Lamar Jackson, 4 for 8, 63 yards, a touchdown, and now an interception off the deflection. Trips to the right, a receiver to the left. Jackson steps back, analyzing, scanning the field, pumps fakes, has all day and all night, and he's going to take this one himself for an easy first down. Lamar Jackson needed 5 and got about 9. I don't know when the Bengals are going to put up a QB spy. I mean, Lamar Jackson does have 41 rushing yards here early in the second quarter. I think it's the 4th third down conversion where we just let him run for it. Everybody on the left side of the field left the right side of the field wide open. And Jackson took it himself. 1st and 10 here. Jackson throwing triple coverage, and it is knocked out. Mark Andrews, I thought he had the catch, but in triple coverage, drops it. Keem Davis gathers, Jesse Bates and others there on the coverage. Or not, it was LaShawn Sims as well. Even if they put up a QB spy, it probably wouldn't work. Well, I think I'd give it a shot considering he has 41 yards here, 10 minutes left the second quarter. I mean, you got to try something. Can't just let him run over you all day. 2nd and 10 here. Dobbins to the outside, to the 30, the 35, 40, and about a 20-yard plus gain there. J.K. Dobbins off to the races and pushed out of bounds. Elfish Presley said, if I were the Ravens, I would just keep running Jackson. I would keep running in general. Don't matter who they give the ball to, it's working. Dobbins is effective, Jackson's effective, Ingram's effective, and the other running back's been just as effective as well. Good downfield blocking. Receivers, fundamental blocking. Mark Andrews, good blocking. Offensive line's pulling. Great blocking. J.K. Dobbins, 6 rushes, 40 yards. What's that a per carry? This time, Gus Edwards breaks about 3 tackles and gets 8 yards on that one. 2nd and 2. Too easy for the Ravens right now. So here comes on Mark Ingram. I'm sure he's going to get a shot right here. 206 total yards for the Ravens, 7 for the Bengals. The tail of the tape, or the tail of the tape. Lamar Jackson, 6 rushes, 41 yards. Dobbins, 6 rushes, 40 yards. Gus Edwards, 6 rushes, 33 yards. Second and 1. Another run. And he has stopped Josh Bynes, Evans, and others in the backfield. So 3rd and 1. A good stand there. Got the linebackers back there, and they made a play. What do I do here from the Ravens? I'd probably go I formation, throw the fullback in there. Run it right back up the gut. You can stand me up once, but can you do it twice? That's what I would say. But they're not going to listen to me. It's going to be shotgun. They are going to run it up the middle, and they are going to get it, though. And they're now in Bengals territory. They're going to be on the Cincinnati 46-yard line. Effective running. And if I'm the Ravens, I'm doing this all game long. I'm probably not even throwing it a single attempt the rest of the game until they force me to have to. Because you're milking the clock, too. The Bengals aren't going to touch the ball maybe 1 or 2 more times in this half if the Ravens keep having drives like this. And this is how, if the Ravens are going to have success in the playoffs, exactly what they have to do right here. Dobbins trying to find something, a gain of about 2, but there's some yellow, dirty laundry on the field. Yeah, if the Ravens want to have playoff success, you got to play like this. You got to, have the defense has to step up and make plays, and the offense just has to be effective on the ground game, really. So illegal formation on the offense is going to bring it back. Going to be on the guard. Ben Bredesen, and there's an injured Cincinnati Bengals player on the field. The definition of the 2020-2021 season right there. I couldn't see who it was. I think it was possibly Tony Brown or one of our corners. Which we're already down a bunch of guys already. Moncton Madness said, Ravens fan here, enjoying your commentary. Appreciate you. Like I said, all fans are welcome here to show your respect. But yeah, I mean, you guys need this. It's all on the line, all or nothing. So, and it's looking good so far. If you're in here right now, let me know what your thoughts are of the game so far. We're on commercial break, waiting to get back here to finish up the half. So far, it's all Ravens football. All one-sided contest so far. Time for a turnover? Yeah, time for a turnover. And I'm not going to lie, this game is making me tired. I mean, if you're not new to DCTV, I am usually pumped. I'm loud. I'm hyped. But I'm chilling. I mean, there's just really not much going on for the Bengals. I mean, it's just domination on all sides of the field right now. But yeah, if you are a Bengals fan and you are part of the DC family, expect some draft stuff. That's the whole reason. I'm not trying to be rude or be annoying about it. But if I talk about it now, there's no reason to, just because I'm going to have the next few months to talk about the draft and free agency. So I don't want to come off rude or anything, but that's the whole reason why I'm not trying to talk about it today. I mean, that's going to be 75% of my content for the next few months. And I'd rather do streams towards that. I hope you understand. 2nd and 8 here for the Ravens. A screen pass here, and Jackson just threw it a little too low, and miscommunication there between him and Marquise Brown. Jackson just frustrated with himself, knowing you got to get that ball better there. A screen pass, and he threw it right into the turf. Way too low. 3rd and 8. Lamar Jackson, 4 for 10. 3rd and 8. Jackson's going to step up into the pocket. Nothing there. He's going to try to run, break out of a few tackles, and get a gain of about 5 or 6. But short of the first, nonetheless. A crazy looking play. Stepped all the way back out of the pocket, stepped back in, stepped back out, stepped back in, took off to the left side of the field, tried to juke back into the right side of the field, ran all over the field, but it's 4th and 3, and the Ravens are talking about going for it here. Bengals were in close possession a few possessions ago, down 10-0 and punted. Ravens are up 10-0 and they're going for it. That's the difference between a playoff team and a not playoff team. And they're going to get it too. 4th and 3, a completion out to the outside. That's the Marquise Brown. Needed 3, got about 5. First down, Ravens. And that's crazy because, like I said, Bengals were on that same territory a few yards back, down 10-0, and you punt. Ravens are up 10-0, and they go for it. I mean, that's just playoff football. They want it more, and they're playing like it. 1st and 10, 6:30 here in the second. Now on the Cincinnati 32-yard line. Jackson throws to Andrews. He's going to run for about a gain of 8 or 9 there before being shoved out of bounds. Mark Andrews had him for fantasy this year, was pretty good. Besides the last few weeks when he got COVID, so I couldn't play him. Not his fault, but had him on my fantasy team. But when he was healthy, man, he was really good. One of the best tight ends in football. I think Kelsey's in a league of his own. With like top tier guys, you definitely throw Mark Andrews in that conversation. 2nd and 1 here. Another run. And guess what? Another Ravens first down. And this is just tiring even to watch. Clock continues to run. After this next play, it's going to be under 5 minutes and a half. The Bengals offense is probably... I mean, look at the time of possession. Just pathetic. Baltimore is well over 20 minutes holding the ball. The Bengals are at 4. The Ravens have almost 4.5 times, or as almost 4.5 time of possession than the Bengals do on offense. Fines stuffs the lane there, and Edwards has nowhere to go. A gain of only 2 there. Josh Bynes on the wrap-up. Another player on this Bengals team where he has an expiring contract and might be in Cincinnati next year or might not be. I'm not lying when I'm saying it's putting me to sleep. I'm literally yawning, and I'm sorry, but... I mean, this is just all one-sided. The Bengals have had 9 offensive plays. The Ravens have had 40. Total domination. 2nd and 8 here. Jackson's going to keep this one out to the right. Looking, throws end zone. Try to get to Mark Andrews, but nothing going. It's going to be 3rd and 8. And, no surprise to me here. Ravens are being aggressive and looking end zone. You can go up 13-0 here, but it makes a statement if you go into half up 17-0. You know what I mean? So, I'm not surprised that Baltimore's going for the throat here. Going for the collateral. 3rd and 8 here for the Ravens. They've been very effective on 3rd downs today. 3 receivers to the right, Mark Andrews to the left, a running back in the backfield. Jackson sets, throw, end zone, touchdown, Ravens. Marquise Brown, one-on-one coverage. Too easy, Ravens touchdown. I mean, Jackson almost underthrew that ball. Davis on the coverage. I'm pretty sure he's a practice squad player. It's to no surprise just because how low we are on players right now with all the injuries. But yeah, Brown, a beautiful route right there. Turn 37 and a little underthrown. I mean, Jackson put it to where only Brown could grab it. But at the same time, that ball's a little low. Nonetheless, that's 6 points and another Ravens touchdown. 3 receptions, 30 yards, and a touchdown for Marquise Brown on today's game. And that's what an MVP player does. You get a deflection that turns into an interception. You come on that next drive, you put 6 points on the board. Exactly what an MVP does. And a good drive by Lamar Jackson. Justin Tucker, Mr. Automatic. And he's going to make this one 17-0. Is T back? I wouldn't know because our offense hasn't been on the field. But I saw that he is questionable for return. I would assume he's not going to play and his season is over just because they don't want to risk him re-injuring it. So, just about 4 minutes remaining. The Bengals are going to try to get something here on the board before half. Man, Mike Evans broke a record for, I think, 7 seasons in a row with 1,000 yards, but then hyperextends his leg. That's crazy. Hopefully he's all good. Sorry if I'm not very engaged as I am normally. I'm just... I mean, 17-0. What happened to T? He did. I think he tweaked his hamstring, like pulled it or something. He went for a slant route, burnt the secondary, got about 25, 30 plus yards on it, and then as he's trying to, take it down the sideline, he just grabs that back of his thigh area and just goes straight down to the turf, and has been on the sideline ever since. He's doubtful with the hamstring injury. Nothing serious, probably just pulled a hammy or something. But the Bengals are thinking, at what risk do we put him back out there for? Who dey, Gregory? There have been too many injuries this year, really in the NFL in general, but especially for the Bengals and 49ers. And that's another reason why Zach Taylor is going to get another season next year. Yeah, they ruled it as a hamstring injury. Crow said, "This is rough, man. I'm pretty much just watching the game out of respect for AJ Green." Well, I mean, you might as well turn it off because AJ Green's not doing nothing because our offense can't get on the field. When the Ravens average 8 to 10 minute possessions, you're not going to see AJ Green because you're not going to see our offense. So a touchback here. 4:26 remaining. Here comes on Brandon Allen. And this is where AJ Green should have a big game. D. Higgins is out. Tyler Boyd's coming back from an injury. First and 10 under center here. Brandon Allen. Play action here to Sample. A gain of about 7 tough yards. Marcus Peters there on the tackle. Good job there by Sample. One-on-one coverage with, the great Marcus Peters. Who was really draped all over him. It wasn't bad coverage. I will say, just to remind you, the Bengals will get the ball in the second half. So you put some points here on the board, you get the ball in the second half, the game's not over. Allen under center. A run out here to the left. And a first down Bengals. Wow. I think possibly the first one of the game. Yep. 3 minutes left here in the half, and we just got the first down for the game for the Bengals. He ran out to the outside for about a 4-yard gain. 3 minutes left before halftime, and the Bengals just got their very first down. First and 10, low snap. Allen throws. Has a wide open Bengals receiver. That's that's Steven Carter. And we're in Ravens territory. Another Bengals first down. Here we go. We're moving. A big completion there to Steven Carter. The third string tight end. And we're at about the Ravens 42-43 yard line. Clark on the tackle for the Ravens. 21-yard reception there. 2:30 with all 3 timeouts. Bengals can have a shot here. A good run by Pirine, and he's going to get about 12, 13 yards there, lowering his shoulder and taking contact and plowing forward for 12 or 13 yards. Bengals first down, back to back to back. And they're probably going to take this one to a 2-minute warning with all 3 timeouts. They're going to line up like they're going to get the snap off. And we're just going to get the hard count. And we're going to reach a 2-minute warning. Bengals showing life. Deep in the Ravens territory, have 3 timeouts here. I mean, you get 3 points. I guess you could say you're competing, but you really need to get into the end zone here. Because then, third quarter, you receive the ball. So finally, like Stewart said, some momentum. I mean, honestly, we had a little bit of momentum, for the interception, but what was it, 3 and out right after? So sorry, I'm just checking something right now, but we're on commercial break. You see the score up above me, 17-0. If you haven't already, smash that like button. The goal is 50 before halftime. Hit the sub button. The goal right now is 1,900 subs. Long-term goal is 2,000. We're just about 100 subscribers away from that. Follow me on my socials. Become a member of the channel like these amazing folks. And you can always donate just like AWOL did and Tony, the all-time donator. I'm going to go ahead and say this so you can get a little bit active in the chat. Go ahead and comment 6, 3, or 0 your prediction of what is going to happen. 6 for a Bengals touchdown, 3 for a Bengals field goal, and 0 for a Bengals, a Ravens stop or a Bengals missed field goal or turnover or something. 6, 3, or 0. Let me know your thoughts. Looks like John Lee thinks a field goal. All right. The Bengals are going to need about 30 yards here to get into the end zone. 1st and 10, all 3 timeouts coming fresh off the 2-minute warning. This one's going to be a carry up the gut to Pirine. He's stuffed for maybe a yard and a half. Jason says touchdown. Moncton Madness says 3. We got 0, 0, 6 for AJ. An AJ touchdown right here would be pretty cool. Not going to lie. Get his last touchdown as a Bengal. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. First time Cincinnati's going to go empty set in today's game. Baltimore showing blitz. They're going to send 3. A tight throw and completion to Alex Erickson in double coverage. A little slant route, but they're going to be a yard shy. 3rd and 1. About 60 seconds remaining, all 3 timeouts. Bengals yet to get a 3rd down conversion in today's game, and we're 60 seconds away from halftime. 0 for 3. But what a great catch by Alex Erickson there. And a good throw by Allen, too, to squeeze it in there. 3rd and 1, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Allen's going to scramble out to his left, throw this one on the run. Has nothing going for him. Was looking for Tyler Boyd. And are you going to settle for 3 or go for it? Please tell me you're going for it. 37 seconds left. Are we really kicking a field goal? Zach Taylor's going to send out the field goal unit. And the fans that are in Paul Brown Stadium are booing Zach Taylor. 38-yard attempt here. And Seibert makes it. What did I say? From coaching to players today, it's been flat. It's been, they don't want to win. And Baltimore is all in. That's the 2nd time today where we could have went for it and we didn't. We're 4-10-1 with absolutely nothing to lose. 3 better than nothing? I mean, not really when you have nothing to lose. It's the last game of the season. You're 4-10-1. All you need is a yard, and you have all 3 timeouts. QB sneak the damn ball. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess the positive way you could look at it, you get 3 points, you come out of half, and you're only down 2 touchdowns. And the other thing I don't get is we've been so good at 4th down conversions all season long. We've been one of the best teams in the NFL at 4th down conversions all season long. But just deflating, man. A touchback here at 30 seconds left. I'm just going to go ahead and assume Baltimore is going to take their knee. Ooh, a little blurry here. There we go. I would assume Jackson's going to just take a knee here and 10.5. Fans in my house are booing Zach Taylor also. First and 10, and they're not going to take a knee. They're going to go shotgun here. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. And they're going to run this one. Dobbins for about 3 yards. I don't understand why they're running the ball. I would have just taken a knee. But go ahead and risk injury before the playoffs. So now they're just going to take it in half. I don't get that, but it is what it is. We're going to go into halftime. Baltimore's going to be up 17-3 over the Cincinnati Bengals in Paul Brown Stadium. Baltimore looks like they might get into the playoffs. Unless something drastically changes for the Bengals. It looks like Baltimore might be heading to the playoffs. And I agree with you, Stuart, 110%. Definitely deflating. Let's have some fun. It's the last game of the annoying season. I don't know, man. Zach Taylor just throws me off every single week. One week he'll be the most aggressive guy. The next week he is the most conservative guy. I just really don't understand. The Bearcats played better. Yeah, that game was crazy. I can't believe they end up losing that. I couldn't believe it. So 17-3.5. I'm going to continue being live. I'm just going to relax and chill. If you are in here, go ahead and give your thoughts. Ravens or Bengals fan. I'm interested to hear what you guys' thoughts of the game so far. Wow, looks like the Lions are up over the Vikings 16-14. Falcons are losing to the Bucks 20-3. Tied up, Jets, Patriots. That Patriots team is bad. Dolphins losing 3-21. Who has the start? Did Tua get the start? Looks like they're first and goal. I'm gonna go ahead and turn to the Dolphins Bills game. Stewart said, yeah, Zach Taylor's inconsistent, mostly bad, sometimes fine, and a little good. Just good enough to stick around in Cincy, I guess. And that's why I said next year will be his last shot. Unless he wins 6 to 8 games, I think he'll be up and out of there. He'll have his healthy roster back and all his team. Watching the Dolphins Buffalo game here, second and goal for Tua Tagovailoa. End around run, Vontae Parker, and he's wrapped it for a loss of about 15 yards. Down 3-21. You really need to get some points on the board here. Looks like the Cowboys are losing 6-13. Come on, Cowboys. I want to see Andy Dalton get a win. Browns are beating the Steelers 10-6. Good. Good. Hopefully the Steelers lose. Anybody else watching any other games across the league? Any thoughts of the other games? Unless the entire Baltimore team just goes home at halftime, Baltimore will be in the playoffs. They should pull them. Yeah, if it's third quarter and it's still like around the same score, I'm not playing Lamar Jackson in the fourth personally. If it's into the third quarter and the score is still around the same, they'll probably pull first string. Fitzmagic is out due to COVID. Yeah, I saw there was a record high for the league this week for cases. Floated to the back of the end zone And Miami's going to have to settle for 3 here. Away the field goal. If it's good, it's going to be 6-21 Buffalo up a half. That Buffalo offense is just disgusting. Josh Allen and Diggs, what an incredible year they've had. And that coaching staff and really management in general for Buffalo is really good. Really good. I'm a huge fan of Buffalo and what they're doing over there. 32-yard attempt. Right down the uprights. What other games we got? Vikings, Lions, 10 seconds left. Vikings have ball. You're going to get a field goal attempt here. Oh, man, they're backed up. Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, Kirk Cousins stepping back at the Lions. Wow, what a completion. Wow, Vikings are going to get a touchdown. I turn on. What a play. Chad Beebe in the end zone. Kirk Cousins with a few seconds left. Throws it to Beebe. He breaks a few tackles and takes back the lead in the end zone. With 4 seconds left in the half. Justin Jefferson and Chad Beebe out to the left. A little out route here. In between the zones. 2 missed tackles. Another defender not even paying attention. And Beebe walks right into the end zone. 2 missed tackles and a defender not even paying attention. And Vikings score at 4 seconds left. Turn that on in perfect timing. Cowboys, Giants, I can put that on. Come on, I want to see Andy Dalton get into the playoffs. Giants are marching. They're going to be on the 41-yard line. Danny Dimes steps up in the pocket, throws. Good coverage there by Lawrence. But it looks like they might call DPI on him. Great job all year, says Gregory. I appreciate it, Drew. Joe Burrow MVP 2021, 2022. Who they go Bengals. I appreciate it, Gregory. It was fun these past 17 weeks. Well, really, yeah, it was 16 games, 17 weeks. It's been really fun. And I'll definitely be doing this next year. And don't think this channel is just going to be inactive in the off season. I'm still going to be posting once or twice, if not more, a week. I'll be doing live streams. I'll probably go back to my video concepts where I'd have some videos. But I'll definitely continue doing more live streams as well. So don't think the channel is just going to go inactive. I'm going to be active this offseason talking about draft, talking about free agents, talking about recapping the season and grading players of the season, and then also giving my projections and predictions for next season as well. So a lot of good stuff to come this offseason. And yeah, next year's going to be a lot of fun. To get Joe and Joe back and all the new players, hopefully, that we probably get. And I really appreciate that. It's really nice of you, Greg. And same as you, AWOL. Who got hurt, Crepe Up? The Giants get a touchdown here. There's a flag, but I'm not listening to the audio. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, John. Appreciate it, Stuart. Appreciate it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be inactive. I just won't have any games to commentate. And I might do maybe some college basketball, like UC, Xavier. I don't know what else there is. Like college basketball. I'd be doing the draft. Any breaking news When other guys leave and go sign somewhere else, I'll hop on and do a quick live stream. When the Bengals sign people, I'll do a live stream and then probably a video. So I'm still going to be really active. And please, please, please follow me on all my socials so we can stay in contact. If everybody in contact with me, it's the best way. Or become a member. The members get access to like everything of mine. And it's really easy to get in touch with me. So for sure. Cover some Xavier, UD, and Bearcat sports. Broaden your horizon. You're doing a phenomenal job. Yeah, I definitely will. I'm a freshman at Xavier University. You probably already know that, but if you don't, I don't mind doing some UC or some Xavier stuff. Definitely staying up to date. Football season's over, but you still got college basketball, which I love college basketball. So yeah, I'll keep it open. Do some Kentucky basketball. Yeah, probably not this year. Probably not this year. I mean, I'm doing Xavier basketball and UC basketball over Kentucky basketball this year. I can't wait for my DC. Oh, I gotta ship those out. Was that the following my social media? I didn't ship those out yet. I will do that later today or tomorrow. That's my bad. I will ship those out either today or tomorrow. The people who won those. And it's not the stickers you're getting aren't these new ones. They're my old ones, my very first ones that I came out with when I hit 1K subs. I actually got them when I had like 800 subs. So they're just regular stickers that have the YouTube logo and just say DCTV. I'm not shipping out these just because it would cost me more money, where those I bought pretty cheaply altogether. But if you want these, you can go get them on the merch website. They're not that expensive, in my opinion. But once again, I like the merch I have right now, but it's a start. I'm gonna look for other websites I can use. Just because I'm using like Streamlabs merch is what my streaming wear is, and they take a pretty big cut of the pay. I'm not doing it really for the pay. It does help me out a lot being like a college student and I work a job. And I try to do this, so it does help me a little bit. But they do take a little bit more money than what I'm comfortable with. But it's not for the profit strictly. I just want to be able to make cheap merch, comfortable merch where people can rep, the channel and stuff. So I'll work on that. I have some stuff. I have the shirt, just a pretty plain white tee. It just has the city and the DCTV logo. I ordered some other stuff. But my favorite's definitely the mask. The masks are pretty cool. Yeah, the sticker I sent you, ULT, is what I'm sending everybody else. I still have a few of them left. But yeah, I'll keep doing some other stuff. It's just harder with COVID because I just feel like because of COVID, college basketball is just really not popping. But come March, everyone will hop back on college basketball. If they can do it much, I heard they're doing like a bubble. Sorry for the voice crack, but doing some type of bubble for the March Madness thing. I might do some March Madness. That'd be fun. Still here at halftime, just showing highlights of the Ravens running it down the Bengals' throat. And if you ever have ideas of videos or topics you want me to talk about, please send them to me. Add me on my Instagram or Twitter, and DM me on Discord and be like, hey, I think if you did why AJ Green is leaving Cincinnati video, stuff like that. I take it into account. I have a huge notes page of all ideas that I'm going to do in the off season. So NBA, yeah, I'm cool at NBA. I just don't have a favorite team because there's no team. I mean, closest is Cleveland or Indianapolis, and I'm not really a fan of either. I've been to some Pacers games in my life, but I've always just been a huge LeBron fan growing up, so I've just rooted for whatever team he plays for. I'm gonna be quite honest, but I could do some NBA. I just think the NBA is a little bit boring, in my opinion. It's pretty slow paced. I think college basketball is more fast paced. Um, but hey, you never know. If I got a job one day to commentate NBA games, hey, I'd shut up and do it. First and 10 here to start the half. Brandon Allen's going to have play action out to his right. Rolling, tosses to Drew Sample. Breaks out of a tackle, takes a pretty big hit there, but nonetheless, a gain of 7. Patrick Queen there on the wrap-up. Patrick Queen is something else. What a player the Ravens got out of Queen. Yes, LT, you're right. And we'll get there because we'll be at 2K subs before the season starts next year. So, I mean, the channel's growing fast. I'm really not worried. Boyd, end around run. First down and more to the Baltimore 42-yard line. Or the Cincinnati 42-yard line, excuse me. A Cincinnati Bengal first down. You do the same, John? Yeah, I've liked the Heat. I've liked Cleveland. I like the Lakers. Just because of LeBron. I just want to see him succeed. That's it, really. But, I mean, if I did the NBA, there'd be no favoritism, really. The only time there'd be favoritism in a college basketball announcement would be if I'm calling the Xavier game. First and 10 under center. Brandon Allen's going to try to get this one off. But there was a lot of movement on the line. And I think this is going to be an offsides. Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the offense. Ethan Carter, the backup tight end. Jumps a little early. Wasn't ready for the hard count. You like the Saints? Okay. Scouts, indoor facility, and GM with the Bengals head shed change. Well, have you seen all the articles lately? First and 15. A carry for about 3 yards here. That's because Giovanni Bernard just really hasn't been able to get going today, to be quite honest. Rushing attack has been very weak today. I mean, that article sounds promising. It sounds like the Bengals are actually considering cleaning house, getting rid of a lot of guys inside that facility that's been there too long. That article sounds promising. You know, the saying that the Bengals are gonna get rid of all these assistant coaches and bring in new guys. Like it's the best for Cincinnati, honestly. Empty set, 5 receivers out. This one's almost picked off. Severely underthrown. Beautifully read by the corner there for the Ravens. That's Averett, number 23. Read that like a book. And that one's to AJ Green, who is yet to have his first catch in today's game. Drew Day, that's a good one. That's a good one, not gonna lie. Drew Day. I have to write that one down. I think they should put Finley in. I mean, why not at this point? Allen can't get nothing going. 3rd and 13, 12:45 remaining here in the third. Throws it deep. This one's to Green. Once again, just can't connect. Once again, Green yet to have a completion. And Green, I mean, this has been the story of his life ever since he's came back from his injuries. Wasn't, on board with Burrow, wasn't on board with Finley, hasn't been on board with Brandon Allen. I mean, ever since Andy Dalton left, Andy Dalton got a lot of hate for being mediocre. But ever since he's left, Green has not been comfortable with anybody under center since then. And I think that's a huge reason of why he's going to be leaving Cincinnati in the offseason. And Trey Hopkins is going to limp off the field here with some help of the training staff. Tacking on to the injury list. And I 100% agree with AWOL on this. It sucks to see Green like this. And not even just that. Geno Atkins. Sucks to see Geno Atkins go out like this. Watching him grow up as one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL for like 5 straight years, and to see him this whole season barely even see the field. And for all the people that say Kevin Huber is a great punter, a good punt of 30 whole yards here for Kevin Huber. Look, I respect Kevin Huber because he's been a Bengal for such a long time. I mean, probably almost as long as I've been alive. But, dude, if you are going to win games, you have to be solid at every single angle in the NFL. Kicking, punting, throwing, rushing, rush defense, pass defense. You can't just do some things and not do others and win Super Bowls. It doesn't happen. So that's why I say we need to get a punter. AJ doesn't like Zach, so it's not just having Dalton around. AJ is also a player, though. What the coach says is what goes, if you like it or not. And if he doesn't, he could request a trade. So, you know, as much as I am a player-first guy, you have to deal with it. Like, not everyone likes their job, but do they have to work to make money? Yeah. Why? To provide for their family. They still do it. Well, you know, I understand that Zach Taylor's not a good fit for AJ. It sounds like Zach Taylor hasn't been a great fit for any of those guys. Wasn't a good fit for Carlos Dunlap. Not a good fit for Geno Atkins. Not a good fit for AJ Green. That whole group of guys from that era, just, I don't know if it's Zach Taylor or what it is. I think it definitely has to do with a little bit of Zach Taylor. You know, I also have to think it has to do with their injuries. They've been injury prone, and now they're older as well. You know, I think it's multiple things, not just Zach Taylor. But, you know, it definitely does play a factor. What the F? Punter is just so good at pitting teams. I mean, I honestly can't even tell if you're being serious or if you're like joking. He pins them when he has to kick it 20 yards, but when he has to kick a team in the, you know, back to their own territory, it doesn't happen. If we're deep into our territory, that's what I meant to say. I'm not sure AJ has anything left in the tank no matter where he goes. And, you know, that's hard to say because we Bengals fans said the same thing about Carlos Dunlap, and he has been pretty successful in Seattle. And I could say the same thing about John Ross. I mean, John Ross has been a bust for the Cincinnati Bengals, but he could go somewhere with a different coach and another system and a different quarterback and be successful. And so could AJ Green. And so could Geno Atkins. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. The play is called dead here. More dirty laundry. It's going to be a false start on the offense. AJ's going to go to Washington? Possibly. I think he'll go to a team that's competing. Any team that I think has a chance of competing, I think he'll go give it a shot. 1st and 15. Jackson steps up, takes it out to the left side. The 35, 40, 43-yard line and gets out of bounds, but not before getting the Ravens first down. I mean, at this point, you could play that on a record. It would break how many times I've had to say Lamar Jackson takes it himself and gets a first down. Bengals just not learning, over and over and over, getting burnt. I know Jackson's hard to cover. I mean, he's the youngest MVP of all time for a reason. But 8 rushes for 64 yards just by the quarterback alone. Another keeper here for Jackson to the outside. He's going to get there and get about 6 yards. Oh, you're saying the Washington football team's punter is good. Put Smiley Finley in. I mean, at this point, why not, right? We have 3 points through 3 quarters. I think the Bengals will attack offensive line this offseason. Oh, we got a new Discord member. Cut him out. Here we go, 2nd and 4. 11:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Jackson, shotgun. J.K. Dobbins behind him. He's going to come up and take the ball away. He's going to get to the 40, the 35, breaks some ankles, the 30, still pushing forward, the 25, 24, 23. Nobody can tackle, apparently. And a huge gain for J.K. Dobbins. I mean, he was carrying about 2 or 3 defenders there, all by himself. I mean, just taking some Bengals guys for a ride. A very patient run. Continuously great blocking by this offensive line for the Baltimore. A huge gap that he could have fit a bus in, put on the moves a couple of defenders, and all game long, first, second, third, and fourth quarter, this is all I would do, and this is all they've done. If it's not broke, don't fix it. 1st and 10. Jackson keeps it. He's going to get to the outside, the 20, the 15, 10, 5, steps out at the 4, and it's 1st and goal, Baltimore. And Ravens score here. You might put in the backups. I mean, they might as well put RG3. The system would stay the same. They're still just going to run it. I mean, if they put in RG3, it's literally going to stay the same set. They're just going to keep running it, so... And yeah, I mean, he's not even getting touched. He's just carrying it for about 15 yards per carry and then just getting out of bounds. It's not like this is a hard rushes up the gut and he's taking hits. Jackson's going in and getting out untouched. Dobbins up the middle, touchdown Ravens. And it's early to say, but this might be the nail in the coffin that ice their place into the playoffs. Too early to say quite yet, but 5 plays, 70 yards, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and another Ravens touchdown. 23-3. Josh Bynes on the missed tackle. Shout out to Tony C for joining the Discord. We're at 96 people in the Discord. That's awesome. $9:55 remaining here in the third. Justin Tucker, PAT, is through the uprights, and it's going to be a 24-3 ball game here in Paul Brown Stadium. Chat, what do we think? What's up, Tony? Oh, Tony starting up again, man. Tony, man. I guess he's back. What's up, Tony? Everyone say what's up to Tony. He's the all-time donator. Huge help. Oh. Keenan, thank you for following on Facebook. Trey Smith, because Bengals QB cannot be getting sacked and losing. You need OL. Browns up 10-6. They are. Man, what's up with the Steelers offense, man? The heck? Oh, Big Ben isn't playing. I didn't know they benched Big Ben. Well, that explains. It's Mason Rudolph. That's why. I didn't see them. I didn't see anything saying they were benching their starters. Yeah, it makes sense, but I was like, why do they have 6 points? It's because Big Ben's not even in the game. Jets are up 13-7 over the Patriots. They might win again. Lions take back the lead 21-23. Falcons are losing to the Bucks 10-23. Dolphins losing to the Bills 6-28. And Cowboys losing to the Giants 9-20. Tracy McSorley. You think they'd put him in over RG3? That explains it though. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, I didn't know they were doing that. Why'd they bench Big Ben because he sucked lately? He's just old, and to give him some rest, make sure he doesn't get injured. 1st and 10, Allen on the flip here. P. Ryan, a loss about 2 or 3. Tony, man. All right, Tony, I gotcha. Thank you as always. If we lose, it wouldn't matter at all. I kind of hope we get Jamar Chase. Yeah, I mean, if we lose, this isn't heartbreaking. It just sucks. I want to win ball games, but I guess I'll have to wait till next year. Guys, we're at 1890. Let's get to 1900. The goal is 2K subs, and when this channel does hit 2,000 subs, I will be doing a free authentic Bengals jersey giveaway. So let's hit at least 1900. Rolling outside, this one to green, and once again incomplete. This time deflected. Great coverage there by number 36, Clark. Clark with great coverage. AJ Green had a little bit of space. Throw was a little late. AJ Green still yet to get his first completion. Third and 12 here. Allen steps back. All the pressure in the world. He just has to throw out of a sack there. I mean, he almost got sacked for a loss of about 20 yards. But he gets the ball away. 4th and 12. Bengals have to punt. Ravens sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sent the blitz. And it got home. Let's say that. Lucky throws the ball away, but there is a flag on the play. And they're going to call intentional grounding on Brandon Allen. And Brandon Allen goes from hero to zero within about 2 weeks. And punting from the end zone again. I feel like I've said that at least 3 or 4 times today. Ravens are going to get this one from the 45, the 50, and he's met by Sean Williams. So 8:54 remaining here in the third quarter. 24-3. It's all Baltimore in this one. Game's all Baltimore, not even gonna lie. subscribers are working. I just noticed that subscriber thing is AJ Green. If this really is his last game, I guess I'll have to change that for next season. I just thought about that. I'm gonna just test it one more time. Oh, I'm gonna test it one more time. I'm sorry. See, that's not what I want. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Jackson, RPO, throws it, overthrown Marquise Brown, but there is a flag on the play. I'm assuming a legal man downfield. That happens when you tend to hold the ball a little too long on the RPOs because you got to be quick. That's exactly what it was. Oh, come on, I thought I turned it off. I'm sorry. I gotta figure this out. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're just showing the Lamar Jackson highlight. Sam Hubbard there on the tackle of the short gain. Third and 6 here after the short run there by Mark Ingram. He's really taking a back seat this season. Still playing a good factor into the roster, but I mean, he's really splitting the carries now. 3rd and 6, a receiver in motion. Jackson with the keeper up the middle. He's going to get to the outside, and he's going to have it. Needed 6. He's going to pick up about 7. And once again, Lamar Jackson runs for another 1st down. How many times have I said that today? If I had $1 for every time I said that's just today, I think I'd have $1 million. Cool. And a lot of fighting and pushing going on at the end of this one. A short little gain up the middle. I'm sorry, I'll get focused back into the commentary in a second. Give me a second, I gotcha. All right, it's working. I'll stop playing with it. All right, here we go. Let's get back into it, folks, shall we? And Lamar Jackson is the first quarterback in NFL history to get 1,000 rushing yards in back-to-back seasons. What a career Lamar Jackson has had so far. The youngest MVP of all time in NFL history. First NFL in history. Think about that. Out of all the quarterbacks of all time in the NFL, he is the only one to have back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing yards. I mean, you got to think Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb. I mean, all those guys you think rushing quarterbacks know. You think Lamar Jackson. That's incredible to think. 3rd and 2 here. The rush, and it is another first down. Gus Edwards just laying defenders down. Bengals players just deciding not to wrap up basically all game long. And the Ravens just need to keep milking the clock because this one is just too easy right now. I'm surprised Lamar Jackson's in the game. I would be surprised if he's not out by the 4th quarter, honestly. Thank you, Alex, for liking the stream. A rush here up the gut. A gain of about 3.5 here for the Ravens. That's going to be Dobbins on the carry. Went to school with Amani Bledsoe. Good football player, great dude. Hope he makes a play, stop against the Ravens. Best of a tackle. We got a better defense front and better cornerbacks and a top 15 defense in the league. You mean next year? 2nd and 6. Jackson rolling out to left, tosses to Mark Andrews. Needed 6. He's going to pick up 5. Green will be in Baltimore next year to replace Willie Snead. Yeah, not sure about that one. 9:20 Giants and Cowboy fans yelling at Dalton. I just checked in for a minute. Come on, poor Dalton. Let's get Dalton to the playoffs. I think Cowboys win today and Dalton gets $1 million in incentives in his pocket in a playoff win. Let's get the Cowboys a win today. A screen pass here to Marquise Brown. Needed 1. He gets 2 on the screen pass there. One-on-one coverage with LaShawn Sims. Burnt like toast like usual. I think LaShawn Sims' middle name is 24/7 because he's always leaving his freaking receivers open. God, he is so bad. Like, he has just had such a bad season. And he's been put in a bad spot. I'm not going to sit here and just crap on the guy. I mean, Trey Wayne's just gone out. William Jackson III's been out. Mackenzie Alexander's out. The guy should be a cornerback 3, 4, or 5. And he's been a quarterback 2 majority of the season. 1st and goal, Jackson back in the end zone. Bullet throw, 1st and goal. Touchdown, Marquise Brown. Rolling out to his right, found Marquise Brown in the back end of the end zone. And if I had to guess, this would be the last time we see the starters for Baltimore. It's going to be 30-3. And Trey Hopkins, who got injured earlier, is declared out the knee injury. What a throw there by Lamar Jackson. Good throw. I like it, Crosby. 3:44 left here in the 3rd. PAT is up, Mr. Automatic right through the uprights. No, I read him, Crosby. I just didn't say him out loud. Not really in the mood to talk about the future right now. But I will be for the rest of the offseason. For my rest of my streams this offseason, I will be. He lost steps due to crappy ball placement, and Dalton lacks confidence in his line. Kind of confused by that comment because when Dalton was healthy, that's when Dalton was playing, that's when Green was actually at his best. Ever since he's gotten hurt and Dalton hasn't been his quarterback, he hasn't been the same. But he's been dealing with backups or dealing with a rookie. He's not been fit in the best position. But very seldom do you see a guy with that standard of a career, an all-time guy for a team, go to a divisional, opponent. And even if he did, I wouldn't be too scared about it. 2 touchdowns for Hollywood. Oh, yeah. What's up, CJ? I guess so, John. Yeah, Joe Mixon's injured. The whole team is injured, if you didn't know that. Bengals fans, everyone talks about the 49ers just because they're San Francisco and they're a big market team. But Cincinnati's had just as many, if not very, very close. Yeah, me neither. Sounds good, Drew. I'll be keeping up with you in the offseason. I'll be back next season as well. Appreciate you, Krazy. You've been a day one for a while. Appreciate the support. Yeah, Mixon's been out for 2.5, 3 months now. Almost the entire season. He barely played this year. Oh, and he had one good game when he was healthy, too. You guys remember, 2.5 months ago when Mixon had that really good game? He had 2 or 3 touchdowns. Oh, excuse me. He had 2 rushing and 1 receiving or something like that. Because I remember. Hey, well said. I knew Mixon would be back. Yeah. I thought that too. Just pisses me off. Zach Taylor's not the only coach that does it. Coaches across the NFL do it. All across the NFL, they do it. Where they won't put a player on an IR, but they'll just say, oh, he's week to week, knowing he's definitely not week to week. Zach Taylor's not the only guy that's done that, but at some point, you just wish he'd put him on IR and stop getting our hopes high. When the Ravens got hit with COVID in November, I told myself, when you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. Let's go. Nothing you can do about COVID and putting players out of the game, and coaches can't go to games and stuff like that. Cincinnati dealt with it this season, not very much of it. But yeah, you guys had a lot of players out, so. Trips to the left, Boyd in motion here. Allen's going to give this one to the running back, and he's going to have a huge hole. Bernard off to the races, 50, 40, 30, 25, 20. Finally wrapped up, and excuse me, that's going to be Williams, Samaje Williams. Excuse me. And wow, that one was almost to the crib. Hey, Tony, do what you got to do, man. Appreciate it. Right off the edge, breaks 3 tackles, and he is off to the races. Marlon Humphrey with a touchdown saving tackle. Tries to punch the ball out, but Williams holds on to it. What a play by the backup running back. I think he's 4th string, maybe 3rd. Allen looking, throwing, Green caught it, but he's flung out of bounds, and they're going to call DPI here. And he's going to be marked at the 2 or 3 yard line. But unfortunately for AJ, he's still not going to have his first reception on the day. But it is pass interference. It's going to be Anthony Averett. He actually hung on to that ball, but he was out of bounds. But that was definitely DPI. And thank you, Tony, by the way. So 1st and goal. Both players were hand fighting, so tough call. But, nonetheless, it's 31-3. 1st and goal, 2:47 here in the 3rd. Williams in motion. Allen sets, throws, RPO. No good. Looking for Green in the back of the end zone. And I think there's going to be another DPI call. A late toss of the dirty laundry flag. And once again, AJ Green is the target. And Marcus Peters is fired up. I mean, Marcus Peters is going crazy out of ref right now. I mean, he's arm gesturing. He needs to be careful before he gets himself tossed. Not like it would matter this game, but you don't want to lose a couple racks. And Cleveland's going to go up 17-9 over Pittsburgh. First and goal for the Bengals. 2:44 left here in the third. Play action. Allen. Pressure's there. And it's picked off. He just lumped it in the air. Didn't even look. And guess who? Marcus Peters. After Marcus Peters gets a call that he didn't like on the DPI, he comes back and gets a pick in the opposing end zone. Looks like he was going to AJ. Just severely underthrown. We're trying to give the ball to AJ. Knowing it's his last game, it's like, come on, get him one catch. And we can't. The Ravens won't let him. They're either going to pick it off or they're going to get a DPI call. They're not going to let him get the catch. We tried to get Green in the end zone. DJ Uzama, DJ Reader mixing our names that haven't been said in a while. Yeah, DJ Reader, who's going to be our #1 defensive tackle over from the Houston Texans. He's out for the season too. We had him for like 2 or 3 weeks. All right, John, do what you got to do. I'll be right back, everyone. I'm going to take a little bathroom break real quick. If you're in here, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Follow button if you're on Facebook. I'll be right back. I'm just going to use a quick bathroom break. Here we go. 1st and 10, Baltimore. Looks like the backups are in. It's going to be about a 7-yard gain here for Dobbins. Let me see who's at quarterback. I know that wasn't Lamar, I don't think. Didn't get a good look at it. I couldn't see if that was Trace or if that was RG3. And I think we all knew that was going to AJ Green because he's 1 touchdown away from the record, the franchise record, I think, for the Bengals. So I think everyone knew that was going to AJ there. And number 2, and oh my gosh, J.K. Dobbins going to house it. All the way, foot race, running. Dobbins in the end zone. Too easy. Takes it to the crib. When it rains, it pours. 72-yard sprint to the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Probably a career game for him here today. 72 yards. Sorry, I'm a little speechless. It's 37-3 awaiting the PAT, and it's going to be good. 38-3. And we still have a whole quarter of football. Yes, Zach Taylor will be the coach next season. He'll get another year. A different team logo? No, that's just my own logo, my man. Incorrect. Well, I'm getting the bags out for the rest of the game. 145. I mean, there's still a ton of football. They'll probably put up 50. And it's not even like they're trying. They're just running the ball. Sorry, I'm just tweeting. If you want to see what I'm tweeting, go follow me on Twitter. Sorry, I'm just tweeting right now. I said, this is one of my tweets. Everyone acting like the Bengals offense only putting up 3 points is a surprise. Do you not realize we have been playing with basically a second string offensive roster for the past 2 months? Let me know your thoughts. 2nd and 8 for the Bengals. A run, and he is blown up. Didn't even get the ball, and Patrick Queen just destroyed Williams right there. What are your Super Bowl predictions? Good question. I think Chiefs win it all. Just don't really see anybody beating them. I think at least I see them in the AFC. NFC, man, that Saints team, when their defense is playing well and that offense is clicking, it's really hard. That Saints offense is really good. But also the Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, man, he's probably the MVP at this point. 3rd and 10, a screen pass here to Williams, and a gain of about 2. So I think Chiefs coming out of the AFC, and I think the NFC, you either got the Saints or the Packers. No matter what, I have the Chiefs winning, though. You know, Zach won some good with these last 2 weeks, but I hoped staying coach would be hinged on not embarrassing by the Ravens. This is so much worse than embarrassed. Yeah. No, I agree. Do you think the Browns will make the playoffs? Yeah. Then they already they won. If they win, they're in, right? There'll be 3 teams in the division. It'll be every team besides the Bengals in the division that make it. Correct? Or am I wrong on that? The Browns are in, right? The Bengals did a good job beating the Steelers. Yeah, sure did. Sure did. You don't know how many Ravens and Browns fans hopped into that stream at the end of that game. We're like, "We love you, Bengals fans." It was so funny. It was so funny. The whole of it, really, almost the entire National Football League was just pumped. You see Juju get laid out. I mean, really, the division people were in there, but almost the entire NFL hopped into the stream and was like, "Hell yeah!" Zach Taylor needs to be fired and fined. Be forced to give back all the time fans have spending watch this debacle. Second stringer, not Zach Taylor's a terrible, terrible coach. But we did okay last 2 weeks. What's so different this week? Is it just the Ravens want it so bad? That's 100% what I think. Ravens lose, they're not in the playoffs most likely. Ravens win, they're most likely in the playoffs. And they saw what they did to us in the beginning of the season. It was almost a very similar result. They kicked our ass, and that was with our starters. I literally said that before the game. I was like, they kicked the Bengals' butt a few months ago, and that was with Joe Mixon. That was with Joe Burrow. That was with our guys. So, and I'm sure they said the same thing. And we might have pinned them there. And they're saying we didn't pin them there. I'm a Ravens fan. That made me proud, especially the dance on the logo. Oh, yeah. Ravens are way better than the Steelers. I wouldn't say that, but do I think the Ravens can beat the Steelers? Hell yeah. Do I think, if they meet in the playoffs, the Ravens have no chance? No, I think the Ravens definitely have a chance. Would I say they're night and day better than the Steelers? No. But I think they have a really good shot at beating them. I think it will be a great game. And who would I root for? Who would I root for? The Ravens. You think a Bengals fan's going to root for the Steelers? I don't know. Thoughts on AJ Green? He's not the same guy he once was. He's out of his prime, but nonetheless, he'll go somewhere else. He'll get paid. He'll sign a 2 or 3 year contract and end his career somewhere else. Still have a somewhat productive career, just not in Cincinnati, most likely. Whatever. I like the Ravens best in our division besides the Bengals. Send them to the playoffs. The Steelers will fall. Let the Ravens compete. Yeah, it's just going to be fun to watch. I mean, you got every team besides us. You got all 3 teams in the division, besides the Bengals. That's funny. But I mean, it just tells you how competitive our division is. We're in one of the best divisions in football, so. So Zach Taylor throws the challenge flag, and he's challenging the call on the field, which was a touchback. So it goes to commercial break. They're gonna see if this was a touchback or not. You think there's no chance he comes back, but remember all the memories? I don't think. I think there is a chance he comes back. I'd say it's probably about 15%. I mean, personally, I'm 19 years old. I grew up watching him. He's one of my favorite players of all time. But I don't think the Bengals improved that much more with him on the team and us paying him that much. He'll get paid money, and that money could go towards our offensive line. It could go towards a good corner. You know, there's better places we could spend that money at and just draft another receiver. And, you know, no disrespect to AJ. People get butthurt over certain players and not certain teams. Just in the Bengals' best interest for Joe Burrow moving forward, it's to take that money and to go spend it into that offensive line. 100%. And like, oh my gosh, well, he's a security blanket. When Joe Burrow was healthy, AJ Green was his third target. It was T. Higgins number 1. Or no, it was Tyler Boyd number 1, T. Higgins number 2, AJ Green number 3. So all that bullshit, all these Bengals fans are saying, oh, he was a security blanket. Maybe Andy Dalton's. 100% agree with you. 110%. He was Andy Dalton's security blanket. Every time Andy Dalton snapped that ball, he's going to 18. Not Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was going to Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. Go watch the tape. And AJ Green wasn't creating a lot of space. That, you know, he still can. He can still catch the ball. No hate to him. But to say he's the same player he once was is a joke. But to say he can't, you know, to say that he won't produce is also a joke. He will. He's just not what he once was. You can't expect that out of somebody. 33 years old. He's been out over 2 seasons back to back with injuries. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Yeah, I agree. I like AJ, but there's so many other places you can spend that money. And you know, maybe AJ, you can always look at it the other way. Maybe he deserves better. Whatever you want to say. So after all that time, the call stands. So Zach Taylor wasted timeout and waste our time by sitting here on that challenge call. That would have been such a game-changing call, Zach. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you threw the flag on that one. Trent Williams, possibly. Oh, there's a bunch of guys. Trent Williams, Joe Thuney from the Patriots. And I'll do a list for top free agent signings for the Bengals. I mean, those are all videos I'll be doing this offseason. So I'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. But there'll be there's a bunch of options. A quick out route here by Mark Andrews, who we haven't seen too much of in today's game. 38 points, but not many of it is to 89 today. A few receptions. Oh, it's Tyler Huntley in the game. So I said RG3, and Ravens fans in the chat said Tracy McSorley, and it's Huntley. 2nd and 2. And I run up the gut. Mark Ingram has a whole bunch of daylight. About a 20-yard gain there for Mark Ingram. And they're going to score again here. Not even throwing the ball, just running it, really. Shout out to John Lee for joining the Discord. That's 96 people. Close to 100. No, it's the organization. Just joke. It's a joke. Simply bad. The worst in the NFL. That's how you feel. 1st and 10. Ingram a gain of 5. I mean, the organization has been a joke in the past. To deny it would be kind of strange. But in the offseason, the Bengals spent, I think, top 5 and most money in free agents. They tried to invest. They actually spent out and spent money, which was a change in a new direction. So Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Geno Atkins, DJ Reader, Trey Waynes. Those aren't even half the guys. Where's CJ Uzama? That dude. But yeah, I mean that's just a couple. Tyler Huntley's on the keeper out to the outside, and he takes a tackle here. About third and 3. Sam Hubbard on the tackle with a former Buckeye. And Justin Jefferson just set the rookie record. Vikings receiver breaks Aquan Bolden's first-year career mark of 1,377 yards. So congratulations to Jefferson. You know, honestly, outside the Bengals organization, he's one of my favorite players to watch. He is very entertaining and creates so much space. I think y'all should draft a corner because y'all get the best corner in the draft. And yeah, I don't know if we probably won't draft one first, but second, you know, mid rounds, yes. You got to think we signed Trey Waynes to be our #1 cornerback, and he got hurt. Another run to the outside, another about 15-yard gain here for Baltimore on 3rd and 3. They're about to put it in the JV team. They already have it in. That was Hill, number 43, who I think is the running back number 4 or 5. Got Tyler Huntley, who's a backup quarterback. I mean, I don't know who else they can put in. They have all their backups, and they're still running it down our throat. Dalton is improving. Cowboys making a comeback? Is the Red Rifle making a comeback? 16-20. Oh, once this game's over, I'm going to watch that. I want to see Andy Dalton. Mark Ingram, a rush up the gut, a gain of 2. Fines on the tackle. I'll say one name that I haven't said all game long is Carl Lawson. Another expiring contract. I haven't said his name, I don't think, once all game. RG3 thoughts. He's been inconsistent, but when he's at his peak, he's prime Pac-Man. I don't think he's prime Pac-Man. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I keep it right here, Tyler Huntley, for a gain of about 2. It's gonna be 3rd and 6, 3rd and medium. I don't really think the Bengals have a choice. If they don't bring him back, they have to draft a high up corner, or they have to bring in somebody else, or they have to bring back Mackenzie Alexander and make sure Trey Waynes is healthy to return next year. I don't dislike William Jackson. I think he's great. I think he needs help. I don't think he's a superstar at all. I think he'd be a fantastic cornerback number 2, and he's just a good cornerback 1. I'd like to see him and Trey Waynes. I think it depends the money, but I think the Bengals really don't have a choice on him. I'd say the one thing I don't like about him is that I think he's around 28 years old, so this contract will probably take him into his 30s, which is really nothing you ever want to get yourself into unless you know he's a superstar. So unless the Bengals know they're drafting high corner, or they know they can bring in somebody else, I think you have to bring him back. And it's not that he's not great, but he's usually just like good. You know what I mean? He's good. Chase and Devontae Smith are better receivers than Jefferson. Okay. 4th and 1, the Ravens go for it, and the Bengals hold strong and get the stop. Covington, big old boy, number 99, gets the 4th down stop. So Tyler Huntley tries to get it in there. 4th and short, and the Bengals get the stop. Close one here, 38-3. Let me be honest. I am a diehard Bengals fan. I just know what to expect. Seen it before. First two picks need to be outlined. I don't know. Oh, who's ready for playoffs football? It's gonna be so weird the next few weeks watching football and not be live streaming. Not streaming these next couple of games is gonna be interesting. Vikings up 37-29. What the heck? What's the stats for Jefferson? Seven receptions, 112 or 112 yards. Just a average game for Jefferson. If they don't resign Mackenzie Alexander, do you maybe turn it to a vet corner for a cheap shot corner like Jonathan Joseph? We drafted him in 2006. I mean, not really, because technically William Jackson's becoming a veteran. I mean, he's 28 years old, so he signed to a 3-year deal. He's going to be in his 30s. Technically, he's a veteran. Jonathan Joseph's probably slow as rocks. You got to at least re-sign one of them. You can't lose both. You got to bring back Alexander. I at least want Mackenzie Alexander. He's one of the best slot corners in the NFL. He is fantastic at tackling. And when Trey Waynes get back, they've already played 5+ years together in Minnesota. They're going to be able to have that team chemistry again here. So I really want Alexander back. First and 10 under center. Trips to the right. Boyd in motion. This one's to Bernard. Not sure why Bernard is out there. I know he's our RB2, but he's been our RB1 for about majority of the season. We need an identity and need to bring in a true dog. Well, I think we were creating that identity when we had a healthy team. You know, a team that throws the ball 35+ times and lets Joe Burrow go win ball games. That was our identity. And then we couldn't do one with Joe Mixon because Joe Mixon only played about a month of football. So, you know, to say that we could have had one this season with all these backups, I think is a little challenging. 2nd and 6. This ball is going to be deflected, and it's going to bring up 3rd and medium. And that one's to A.J. Green again. Wow. A 28-yard touchdown. 24-16 Cleveland. Pittsburgh still in it. 3rd and 6 here for the Bengals. 0 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. You heard me correctly. 0 for 7. Allen throws. This one's going to Boyd, and it's almost picked off, to say the least. I think there was definitely some miscommunication on there. So 0 for 8 on 3rd downs. It hit Boyd in his arms. I don't think Boyd was thinking the ball was going to hit him. I think he thought it was going to get picked off in front of him, and it just hit him off his shoulder. I love Jefferson too, but watching him in college with Chase. But college is different than the NFL, though. Like, I don't agree with you on that. Players are good in college and not good in the NFL. It happens all the time. I just don't know how he could just break all these records as a rookie and be like, yeah, I think there's definitely some guys better than him. Like, he's breaking Randy Moss's record. I don't know, dude. Dalton got sacked. So did a field goal, 19-20. Come on, Dalton. Hopefully Dalton pulls it out. Um, Here we go. 1st and 10. Jackson in the backfield. Mark Ingram behind him. Or not Jackson. Tyler Huntley, excuse me. A 2-yard gain by Ingram. AFC 2018 AFC wildcard. Obviously, the Chargers beat the Ravens. Then last year, 28-12 to the Titans. So the Titans went on that unbelievable run with Ryan Tannehill. Baltimore just struggling in the postseason. And as a Bengals fan, I know what you feel. And even worse, you guys have a Super Bowl. Yeah. A broken play here. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Gain of 0. You know, if Ravens can get into the postseason and take care of the ball and that defense force some turnovers, I think they'll be in good shape. I mean, just keep doing what Lamar's comfortable with. Run, run, run. Every now and then hit that play action. Take a shot deep with Marquise Brown. I mean, it's pretty simple. They did it today and they're winning 38-3. Run, run, run. Marquise Brown downfield. It works. Huntley, 3rd and 8. Keeper wrapped up for a gain of 0. It's Jermaine Pratt on the tackle. 4th and 8, 6 minutes remaining, and they're going to punt this one back to the Bengals. Tampa Bay up 30-27. Atlanta making a comeback. Say what? Thank you, Tom, for following on Facebook. Wow, Bills 42-13 over the Dolphins. And that's a good defense Miami has. Wow. That's crazy. A booming punt fielded from the 15, getting to about the 20, the 21, 23, 25, 30, 35, 40. Alex Erickson with a decent return there. Cowboys have the ball. Tell me, can somebody keep the chat updated with the Cowboys game? I really want to see if Dalton comes back and wins it. Come on, just run the ball. Milk the clock. Who do you think the Bengals re-sign? Subscribe to hear more of my thoughts of the offseason. I'm not going to go over everything because that's the whole point of these next few months for me and my channel. But re-sign wise, I think you bring back Lawson. I think you bring back Alexander. Those are my 2 must. I think everybody else, it's negotiable. WJ3, see what he's asking price range. 1st and 10, Allen is going to hit us one the pre-run out to the left. Good gain of about 5 there. Do you think of Kyle Pitts to be that 2015 Eifert red zone presence? If you know me, I'm not a big comparison person. I mean, Eifert was good in 2015, but where is he now? No, no disrespect, but I'm just not a big comparison guy. I think Kyle Pitts is very talented. Do I want to take him where we will be at? Not too sure, but would he be an amazing option for Burrow? Yes. But can he play left tackle and block? I don't think so. So I think we'll have to see. Or right tackle. But he will be a very good option. So 1st down here for Cincinnati. P. Ryan fighting for his life out there to pick up some extra yardage. Did they bench Jackson and Dobbins? They did. Cowboys sacked. Go away with the helmet. Tug to QB. Cowboys ball. Jamie, thank you for following on Facebook. If you're on YouTube and you're new, let's hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. The goal is 1,900 subs. We're at 1,890. Less than 10 subs away from 1,900, which is 100 away from 2000. Appreciate all the support. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on my socials as well. 1st and 10, Allen steps back, tipped into the air. 2nd down. Looking for Tyler Boyd right there. Ward, number 53 on the deflection for the Ravens. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. It's just how this game's been as a Bengals fan. Come on, Cleveland. Beat those Steelers. 5 minutes left in the Cleveland game. They're up by a touchdown lead over the Steelers. Ryan with the carry. Showing his elusive moves right here. Getting a push by Quentin Spain. Quentin Spain. Gotta bring him back. I know he's a veteran. He's like 29, 30 years old. But I will take it. He has been great for us. And he looks like a leader out there. Just watching him, I can tell he's a leader. I want Quentin Spain back. The position he was brought in here and what he's done, he's been a hell of a job. I want Quentin Spain back. Kyle Pitts, if you get some free agents, like a 1-year stopover like Rich Incognito, guard, Trent, or any other free agent tackles. Yeah, I think something like that could happen. But, I mean, you're just putting a Band-Aid on it. But, I mean, a Band-Aid's better than nothing, I guess. A QB sneak here on 3rd and 1, and Brandon Allen falls for it. 1st down, Bengals. So last time a wild card team has won a Super Bowl was 2010, the Packers. 07 Giants, 05 Steelers. So the Ravens have it paved out for them. 1st and 10. Allen looking deep. AJ Green's way, and it's picked off. Clark. Jeff Clark. And they're seeing if he got in bounds or not. So they're gonna call it. They're gonna say it's incomplete, but Ravens could always challenge here. Looking for AJ Green towards the end zone again. Oh, I think he got it. 1-2. I think he got it. I personally think he got that pick, but and Baltimore's gonna challenge up 38-3. I mean, it's obvious, I guess, but there's a lot of good games on. This is like the only game that's not close. Vikings and Lions, an 8-point game. Falcons and Bucks, 3-point game. Jets and Patriots, it's a 2-possession game. Oh, well, Bills and Dolphins a blowout, 49-13. Browns and Steelers a good game. Giants and Cowboys a good game. Every game's close right now besides Miami and Buffalo and Cincinnati and Baltimore. Sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm just taking in the last game of the season. A beautiful 38-3 loss. Nothing like it, Bengals fans. Nothing like it. First and 10. Huntley handoff to the right to Ingram. Gain of about a yard there. Second and 9 here. 2:15 remaining. And he's wrapped up for a huge tackle for loss. Akeem Davis-Gathers and Khalid Kareem, the two rookies from this 2020 draft class. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Take a few running plays, maybe some knees, and this one will be all but over. How are we feeling? I'm not feeling really well. I'm kind of waiting for this one to be all wrapped up. James on Facebook said, the Super Bowl run going to be sweet. Whatever you say, James. Brandon Allen, 6 of 21, 48 yards and 2 picks. A 0.0 passer rating. Beast mode. 0-0. Appreciate you, Jason. Appreciate you. So looking at the playoff picture, obviously Kansas City top seed, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, and then wild cards you got Miami, Baltimore, and Cleveland. You got Baltimore, and looks like Cleveland should make it, and Miami's getting destroyed. So, oh, Tyler Huntley just made a sick move. He's only going to pick up 2 yards, but he just juked one of these defenders out their shoes. So 4th and 6, about 90 seconds remaining. What's up, Night Wolves? 4th and 6, punting from their own end zone, I think, for the first time today. Whereas the Bengals have done it about 6 times. Dude, Baltimore literally called a timeout. Come on, dude. Punt the ball. On the positive, our safeties are fire. Yeah. Dallas didn't challenge and would have won. What? Dallas lost. Oh, still 5 minutes left. They got the ball. 1st and 10. Erickson's gonna field this one and gets buried. 63 seconds left remaining in this one. Hopefully we just takes a knee here. Oh my gosh. Since 1950, the most rushing yards in a game since 1950 is 423. The Baltimore Ravens have 404. That's tied for 4th of all time. Fourth of all time in a single game for rushing totals since 1950 is what the Ravens just did today. The record's 423. They got like 404. Thank you, Vincent. Can you please tell me what our record is on Exacto? I think it's 6-25-1. 26 seconds left here. 2nd and 6. Allen hands this one off to Williams. Williams going to get to about the 34. Wrapped up by Patrick Queen. 12, 11, 10, 9. And the game's going to be wrapped up here. I want to thank every single one of you in here, Baltimore or Bengals fans. My name is Drew Collins, and this has been DCTV, my Bengals network. If you've enjoyed, please hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button. We're on road to 2,000 subs. We're at 1890. You can join the family, become a member, go buy some DCTV merch, and follow me on my socials. That's about all I have for today. Been live for over 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm probably going to head on out of here. So I appreciate you joining and supporting. Good luck to Ravens fans. You have a long road ahead of you, but I would go watch this Cleveland-Pittsburgh game or go listen to it because Cleveland's up by 2 with the 90 seconds left. So it's just still anybody's game. Well, you guys have a great rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and get started to a healthy year in 2021. As always, stay you, stay true, and Hoo Day.